Welcome everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to this very special edition of a randomizer. If you have not heard of the enemy randomizer before, it will... I can hear myself. It randomizes, I think, 100% of the enemy pools in the game. So they can be anything. We have seen such crazy things as the guards in Hyrule Castle basement be giant spike rollers. And also in this newest version, bosses are randomized also. So bosses can be anywhere. So you have no idea what to expect. So I'd like to let everyone know before we start this, we do have a donation bid war currently going to check or not check the validation chest in Ganon's Tower. So please feel free to get your donations in for that. And with that, I leave it off to you, Fleck.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, so like Ali said, this is a Link to the Past randomizer race. If you've just been watching speed gaming, you've seen the item randomizer before. But what you may not have seen is the enemy randomizer. So you're going to see some very interesting stuff in this race here. So as soon as Elm and Garbanzo Guy here are ready to go, they're going to get started momentarily, and I will attempt to explain what you're going to be seeing as we go into the very beginning of the game. Okay, there's our countdown. And we are off. And the chest is a secret to everybody. Okay, so let's see what we're going to have in the see in the first chest here. Art container. All right, so we've got a little bit of love to start the seed off. So right at the very beginning here, you're going to notice they're going to start going through the very beginning of the game. Familiar if you've seen this before. But you might notice the colors look a little different. That's because one of the things that the enemy randomizer can do is shuffle the palettes around. So you're going to see some different colors for things as we begin going through the regular escape sequence that you're used to. Here we've got a nice deep green in the castle basement here. So we get the sword from the uncle just like normal. And we're coming over here, we're seeing, oh, we've got some moblins from the Dark World. As we pick up our first chest here, it has 20 rupees in it. We've got a moblin from the Dark World and a slime enemy. So we're already seeing some different stuff here. And the colors get a little bit messed up when these enemies get shuffled all around in places they're not normally supposed to be. So there are some graphical glitches associated with this, but it's really cool. It's worth it for the ability to see all these crazy different enemies together. So you may also notice that the music is different as well. Let me just boost this up. There we go. So the music is the Ganon fight right now. So the music in each area is also randomized. So you're going to be hearing different music throughout the different parts that you wouldn't normally hear there. The other thing to note is that the amount of hit points that enemies have has also been shuffled, as well as the amount of damage that they do. So these guys might be taking some early damage here, some heavy damage in the escape here, because you only have green tunic and 3 hearts going into this early part of the game. And normally that's fine, but hey, there's a Lionel running around here. That's not kosher. So we want to make sure that we don't stop and smell the roses too much here, because there's some very dangerous enemies that have been shuffled in here so far. So it looks like we've got a crab here, and oh, one of those little flying bomb-dropping dudes from the Dark World here. And let's see what's in the second chest here. Hopefully we'll find something good there. The other thing to notice about this, oh, we've got a flute. All right, we've got an early flute. So that's going to be very, very convenient for helping people get around here. And as we go down to rescue Zelda, the next thing we're going to be looking for is see what's in Zelda's chest. So try to put your guesses in and say, hey, what are we going to get in Zelda's chest? Looks like we've got some of the bouncing pokey enemies from Turtle Rock in here, And a mini Moldorm is the guard with the big chest. So the mini Moldorm has the big key here. One of the other things I should mention that the randomizer can also do is it can shuffle the pot contents as well. So those pots and those clay pots and the skulls that you pick up and find things under, those are also shuffled within the same room. So what that means is that not only are the pickups that you get under them shuffled, but if there's a key or a switch underneath that in a dungeon room, those are also shuffled within the same room. So it might not be under the exact same pot. You might have to pick up different pots that you're not used to picking up with the default settings here. To answer the question from Vartek in chat, the bosses are included in the randomizer, but bosses are shuffled only with each other, and normal enemies are shuffled with each other, or are randomized with each other. So the bosses do not appear outside of the normal boss rooms. However, there is a setting for that in the randomizer, but it's currently in a very experimental phase, and it might break things if you use it, so you can definitely play around with that if you want to on your own, feel free, but it's not guaranteed to be something that actually functions properly. So the crystals and pendants are shuffled, just like a normal item randomizer, like what you would see in the tournament. They are shuffled, and looks like we've got some bomb-throwing guys from the Dark World and giant spiked balls as well here. And the thing about the crystals and pendants being shuffled is that you might think, oh, okay, well, if Turtle Rock is a pendant, that means I don't need Ice Rod, right? Because Turtle Rock's not required. Well, that would be true if we weren't shuffling enemies, because with bosses being shuffled, Trinex can show up in any other dungeon. So that means that even if Turtle Rock is a pendant, you may still need the Ice Rod after all. It's not necessarily tied to T-Rock. This version of the randomizer is the latest version, version 23, to answer MCC's question. So the enemy randomizer is designed to work with the current version of the randomizer logic, and Garbanzo guy taking a death there at the very beginning there. He's our first blood of the seed. Fortunately, you would just start back at the throne room there with Zelda, so it's not too big of a time loss, but got to be very careful with these enemies here. Some of them are quite strong with the amount of damage that they do. And that is a flying spike enemy, or that's a flying ghost. That's a ghost with a spike sprite. Man, there's some very weird stuff in here. Okay, so, yeah, it's the latest logic. It is version 23. The way that this works is that you generate the item randomizer first, and what happens is you feed an item randomizer ROM that you've already generated through the enemy randomizer, and it shuffles all the enemies and bosses on top of that. Looks like Elm's using some strats here, going in and out of the room, trying to just tank himself through those little mini Helmosaurs there. So it looks like Elm has managed to make it up towards the sanctuary here. Oh, that's interesting. He's got one of the snake enemies in that room is a key. So some of the enemies can actually be key drops sometimes, which can sort of help you out in a dungeon. So we've got a boomerang in the secret escape chest here, and we've got the silver arrows in the sanctuary chest. So that is very nice to find very early, so they're not going to have any trouble with Ganon when they get to the end of the game here. And now Elm is going to be off. Looks like he's headed towards Kakariko Village, so yeah, it looks like he's going to be doing the standard sort of Kakariko Village first route here, as Garbanzo guy now makes his way into the bomb chest during escape, so he's going to get his boomerang. And looks like, so Elm is not checking the Lumberjack Cave or the forest locations. Maybe he'll go back up and do those, I'm not sure. And it looks like we've got the boss defeated music inside of Blind's hut here, so that's another funny thing. You can hear those little shorter pieces being randomized along with everything else. So it looks like Garbanzo guy has now managed to make his way out into the sanctuary, so he's going to pick up his silver arrows as well. And Elm is now cleaning out Blind's hut. So nothing really of note in the first 4 chests, but we'll see if we get anything in this chest. Nope, just some money. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, because the money will be used to buy the item from the bottle vendor for 100 rupees, and we also might want to go pay Zora a visit, and his item costs 500 rupees as well. So, let's see where Elm is going to go now. He's going to go over and do the well. He's probably going to do all of Kakariko Village, I would imagine. Looks like Garbanzo Guy, on the other hand, is going up to check, presumably, the Lumberjack Cave and the forest items here. So maybe Elm thought that this was only 3 spots, so it wasn't worth the gamble to check, and he didn't want the information. Looks like we've got the book in the bottom of the well here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we've got literacy. So let's see what Elm checks. So the Lumberjack Cave has a piece of heart. So there's only a piece of heart that you would get for going back up there with the boots after defeating Aghanim. So that means that most likely the runners are not going to go and defeat Aghanim. And Elm is now playing the Swag Dunk Anthem since we got the ocarina very early. Since we got the flute. So all rise for the Swag Dunk Anthem. Alright, and looks like, oh, now this is interesting. So Garbanzo Guy has taken a detour into the woods, and he's picked up the shovel from the Lost Woods there. So that's an interesting diversion between Elm and Garbanzo here. So that shovel might lead to something potentially. And looks like as Elm enters the chicken hut, looks like we've got some rotating fireball enemies and one of the digging worms from Desert Palace as Elm gets the boots from the chicken hut. So that's definitely going to help with mobility in this seed, no doubt about that. So the house has enemies in it and boss music playing, so that's pretty appropriate, I would say. So now Garbanzo Guy's making his way back down to Kakariko Village, and Elm picks up another heart container from behind the bar. So now presumably he's going to go down and he's going to check the library because we can get the item in the library, and also check the race game here. So Garbanzo Guy's going to go down into Blind's hut, and he's going to clear out everything here as well. So just a piece of heart. Elm's debating whether or not he's going to grab it. He is going to grab it. I don't blame him. In a normal randomizer, you might skip that if you're a more experienced player, but in an enemy randomizer, when you don't know what enemies you're going to be dealing with, and the damage and HP are shuffled, you probably want to pick up extra hearts, I would think. That's probably a pretty good... Ooh, a bottle. Oh, a bottle. So Elm blows the flute a little bit prematurely there, because there's a bottle in the race game. So he just remembered they didn't get to check Sick Kid yet because they don't have any bottles. So he's going to go into this race game and get this bottle and probably go back up and check Sick Kid. So Garbanzo Guy is now going down the bottom of the well here as Elm goes into the race game. So he's going to pick up his book as well. And presumably also the boots, because he's going to make the same round trip around Kakariko Village. Yep, there's the book. And there's a bottle for Elm. I believe that was a fairy bottle, it looked like. Alright. So now Elm's going to go check the Sick Kid. Let's see what the Sick Kid has. The lamp. Okay. That's so pretty good that he grabbed that and came back here. He might have thought maybe to skip the Sick Kid, but the lamp is pretty useful because under the current logic of the randomizer, you may be familiar with the tournament version 18 logic that they use for the entire tournament, even though it's outdated now. Under that logic, you get a free cone of light through everything in the light world, so you only need the lamp in the dark world if you want to avoid doing dark rooms. In the new version of the randomizer, that is no longer true. In this version, the only free lamp cone that you get is during the escape in Hyrule Castle. Everything else in the light world, Palace of Darkness, Death Mountain, and any little dark rooms, Aghanim's Tower, they all are dark. You do not get a cone of light now, so you need to find that lamp in order to not have to deal with that. And what that means is that you're more likely to find the lamp earlier as a result of that, because this is glitchless logic, the logic will not require you to do any dark rooms. So it will put the lamp in a place that is accessible. So I believe Garbanzo Guy has now also picked up his boots. We can mark that off. So now he's presumably going to go down. Now Elm is heading straight into Eastern. And I don't think that we actually saw... So there you saw an example on Elm's side of the switch being shuffled under the pot. The switch to open the door was not the middle pot, it was the left pot. Normally it's the middle pot in the vanilla version of the game. So he's trying to dodge this Lionel here. So playing some jukes with him. Now, I don't think that Elm... Did he pull up the map? I didn't see if he pulled up the map or not to check which are pendants and which are crystals. And big key right away in Eastern Palace, so that's nice. And, okay, so Garbanzo guy is now, presumably, he's got the lamp and the bottle as well. Okay. Feel free, chat, to just shout out if anything's missing on the tracker here, since I'm trying to track both things and commentate at the same time. I might miss something. So, Elm's doing some jukes around these enemies here. They've got a Mimic and a laser think cannon blocking the way here. And yeah, I don't know why he went down to the bottom one, because he doesn't have the hookshot. He might have thought that he had the hookshot there. So, interesting choice. So now Elm is going directly into Eastern Palace. And notice, again, he's checking all of those pots because he doesn't know which pot the switch is under because that's been randomized. Yeah, you're right. Lionels do become scary again. If you like that in your randomizer, then yeah, you might want to give the enemy randomizer a try. So, Garbanzo guy is now... oh, looks like Elm takes a death there in Eastern. Now, I think it'll take him a little bit of time to get back there. That's a bit of a time loss, but it's not too bad because he was still in the early part of the dungeon. He's got to remember which side the switch is under. There we go. Okay, so Garbanzo guy now going to the mini Moldorm cave, which doesn't have mini Moldorms in it. It's got those flying bomb-dropping enemies instead. Looks like now Garbanzo guy's making nice use of some spin slashes here. There we go. And let's see what is in this cave. So we've got a shield. Ooh! Garbanzo guy picks up the powder and the bug net as Elm takes another death there. That's unfortunate. So that fire bar is pretty rough, it seems. I think that that fire bar does 3 hearts of damage. I just realized I don't have a okay, well, anyway, that's fine. That's not a crucial item. So, Elm's going back into Eastern again now. He's going to persevere and try to get through here. So, it looks like Garbanzo guy, since he has the boots, is going over to check the Ice Rod Cave. That's a place that that not everybody likes to check early. But if you have the boots early, people usually skip it early on because it takes so long to walk over here. But if you have the boots, this is not bad at all to check. And Garbanzo guy finds the flippers. So that is very nice. So that is a good payoff in Ice Rod Cave here. So Elm taking another death here, having a bit of a rough go of it in Eastern here. So Garbanzo guy, what is he thinking now? He's got flippers. He could go check the Zora ledge item. Go to Zora. He can check the hobo. He's got the flute and the lamp. So Death Mountain is open to him since he has the flute and the lamp. He can do the old man and unlock that save point, that start point. It looks like he's headed back towards... Where is he going? Oh, he's going to check the Bonk Rock right next to Sanctuary. Okay. Yeah, this is good. So this is a spot that is... You may as well check it. You got the boots early. And it's the mirror. Okay, so... Really interesting plays here. So this route divergence is paying off dividends for Garbanzo guy here. So... This, the Bonk Rocks next to Sanctuary there are, you know, kind of one of those locations where Elm taking another faceplant there. Ooh, he maybe not want to persevere into Eastern. I don't know how long he's gonna try for this, but he's going back in again. All right, well, I can certainly say he's nothing if not persistent. So. Garbanzo guy now has checked a couple of locations that are interesting because, like I said, the Ice Rod Cave people usually skip over when they... now, Garbanzo guy seems to have forgotten that he doesn't have any lift upgrades yet. He can't get to Zora's domain. He can take the warp in Lake Hylia, which is probably what he's going to go to now. Nope, he's going to go to Death Mountain. Okay, that's cool too. That's also a good decision. So, let's go to the old man. That's what he's thinking. I don't blame him at all for this. That's probably what I would do, is head up to Death Mountain, do the old man. Oh, he doesn't have the light cone. Okay, I must have missed that then. I thought that he went to the race game and went back to Sick Kid. I must have missed that then. Trying to watch both at once, I just assumed that he did the same thing. So that is not the case. Okay, so he is going to check. He's going to the hobo, it looks like, and he's probably going to take a glance at the the island item. Oh, okay, he's just going straight to Hobo. So he didn't take a look at the item that was on the island there, unfortunately. So we don't get to see what that is just yet. Elm finds the map in Eastern here as he dodges that fire bar. That fire bar took him out before. I'm pretty sure that fire bar does 3 hearts of damage in this, so that's pretty rough. So, yes, to answer anyone's questions about the trackers at the bottom, this is an item tracker HUD program that some people have created for the Link to the Past randomizer, and it allows you to track what items you've currently gotten, and so we're just using that to track the items that everybody has here, so I'm just updating that manually as they go along here. So, we got Fetch Quest. We got so much fire. So now Garbanzo Guy is he's going up to check the item on the island here, and Fire Rod on the Lake Hylia ledge on the island. So that's going to be something that they're going to want to come back and check once they get access to the Dark World. So that's going to be something that he wants to remember. So now it looks like he's thinking about where to go. And Elm is making good use of that boomerang. Ooh, not quite good enough, though. He's making good use of the boomerang to stun enemies, but they managed to get a hit on him there, unfortunately. So, Garbanzo Guy now, I think he's thinking about whether or not he wants to go up to Zora. And looks like now he's decided against it, he's going back. So I'm wondering where he's going to go now. Or did he not? Maybe he didn't mean to go back into the warp. Looks like he's going back into it again. Okay. Okay, so it looks like he is going to go up to Zora. Now, he does have enough rupees to get the item from King Zora, and he can also get whatever's on the ledge, because he's got the flippers. So let's see what is on the ledge. Just an arrow upgrade, nothing worthwhile there. Maybe Zora has something, we'll see what happens. So far it looks like Garbanzo's decision to go outside of the dungeons is paying off so far, because he's found a few more items that Elm has. Although, interesting that he skipped the race game, the bottle at the race game, and then didn't get to check Sick Kid for the lamp. He could have gone into the Death Mountain Cave and gotten the old man. So it looks like Elm is making his way back through Eastern here. Let's see, is he going to decide to just go on, or nope, he's going to persevere. Okay, he's going back around to the big key chest. He really wants what's in that. I hope it's something worthwhile. Alright, so now Garbanzo Guy's thinking about where he's going to go next. Now, I need to keep an eye on Garbanzo Guy. Next time he pauses his game, I gotta see if he has the bottle or not, because I don't know if he did the race game. If he skipped it, that's kind of odd. Okay, looks like Elm is using some dash strats here. Ooh, Garbanzo Guy taking a death on the overworld. Oh, come on, Elm. You can do it. Oh boy. These guys are taking a lot of hits. You can see what I said about the amount of damage that they do to you and the amount of hit points that they have being randomized. These guys are taking a lot of hits here. So okay, now he's found which pot has the switch under it. It's not the normal one; it's the bottom left one. He's stunning those enemies, and he just gets a pack of bombs for his trouble. So not so worthwhile there. Looks like Garbanzo Guy is looking like he's gonna go into Eastern Palace now. He's gonna go check Jahabadu's hut first. Now he's gonna have to pause to switch to bombs here. Oh no, he's just gonna bonk. Okay, so I got excited for a second because I thought that I would get to see what's in his inventory. So it looks like Elm is taking the fairy pickup here. Not a bad idea. And since they get the bug net. Oh, they do have the bug net. Okay, I didn't put the bug net on here. Okay. Yeah, so this is a very difficult thing to do. Yeah, I just want to reiterate, you know, especially early on, before you get more like sword or tunic upgrades, or you get more hearts, the very beginning of the game when you only have green tunic and 3 or 4 hearts, this enemy randomizer can be quite brutal at times, especially during the escape, when it throws, you know, stuff that isn't supposed to be in the escape at you. Elm's trying to figure out which enemy has the key. There we go, he's found the key. Okay, so Garbanzo Guy is now going into Eastern Palace. Now Elm is taking the rupee pickup in this back room here. Not a bad idea. because he's short on rupees for Zora. So that's going to help him out with that. So now he's going to head up to the top here. Now, here's the question. You might think, why is Elm going into Eastern Palace? He doesn't have the bow. And it looks like these mimics are the red mimics that can't be killed by the sword. So hopefully there won't be more of those in here. Oh, that's a terrible place to die. Oh no, Elm. So he's gonna have to go all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon again here. That's rough. Ooh, I wonder if Garbanzo Guy's gonna fare any better. So you might be thinking, you know, why is Elm going into? Yes, this shuffled dungeon music is quite amusing. I agree. You might be thinking, why is Elm going into Eastern Palace if he doesn't have the bow? Because he can't defeat the boss. Well, remember that bosses are shuffled, so it's most likely, it's not guaranteed, there still could be Armos Knights in here, but it is not guaranteed that it's most likely that there is a different boss in here that is not the Armos Knights. So, hopefully whatever that boss is, he'll be able to kill while he's in here. And I'm assuming that Eastern is a crystal because I didn't see the map when they checked it, if they checked the map. So I'm assuming he wouldn't be going all the way through here if he didn't check to make sure that Eastern was a crystal. So, I mean, yes, okay, that is true, Adam Jane. You can defeat the Armos Knights without a sword, it just takes a lot of hits. You're right, that is true. But hopefully, they won't have that issue. So Garbanzo Guy now is making his way towards the vanilla compass location, I believe, and it is the compass. So Elm is now going back up to the second floor. We're gonna see if he can get through this room this time, if he remembers which... I don't actually remember which one it was. It was the bottom left. Okay, so he remembers to go around there. Now he's got to hit the bottom left switch here while not getting hit by these enemies. Okay. And now this room. So, okay, so interesting thing about this room, you see this mini Helmasaur that Elm is dodging and the fact that there's no balls? That mini Helmasaur has replaced the spawning balls as the enemy in that room. The quote-unquote enemy in that room. So the number of enemies in the room is still the same. And, oh look, it's blind! I hope Elm knows how to fight blind. Oh geez, this might be a little tricky. So, oh boy, this is gonna get real hairy. So, the nice thing about blind is that he can be fought with just the fighter sword, because the blind is the only boss where the type of sword you have doesn't matter. Ooh, Elm and Garbanzo Guy both taking deaths simultaneously here. That's that's unfortunate. So that's a good question, Moo Cowpong. So the maiden in Thieves Town is no longer there, basically. The maiden is removed, and the boss is just in the boss room. So if you're in go mode, when you go to Thieves Town, you can actually just run straight up to the boss room after getting out of that first big area, and you can just fight the boss immediately. But if you're not in go mode and you need to check items, then obviously you still need to go around. So, I'm gonna say both of these guys are persevering. I've noticed that these giant moving spike balls, these giant moving spiked balls appear to not be doing any damage at all. So that's very good because our guys only have 6 and 7 hearts respectively right now. So far, that's something that's going to be helpful. You know, this is made up for by other enemies doing more than 2 hearts of damage, or than 0 hearts of damage. So it is possible for enemies to actually do 0 hearts. The other thing that you see on Elm screen, you see that bomb pickup sitting right on the ground there. That is actually replacing an enemy. It is possible for the enemies to be shuffled into a power-up pickup instead, like a heart or a bomb or a rupee. Most of the time they're not, but sometimes they are. So if that's the case, if it's a room where, you know, you have to defeat all of the enemies to open the door, then that's taken into account. So there might only be, like here, there's only 1 enemy for Elm to kill in this room, because oh man, those anti-fairies. Oh man. So if I saw correctly, those anti-fairies are doing 4 hearts of damage. Ow. That's just rough. So Elm is not giving up. He's continuing to persevere in Eastern. Oh man, what a brutal seed. What a brutal start here. So Garbanzo guy is also gonna. It looks like I guess they're gonna persevere into Eastern for now. I have to say I kind of expected that maybe they might give up and check something else right now, since you know they have the flute and the lamp they can go up to, and Garbanzo guy has the mirror from checking the cave next to Sanctuary there. So the mirror would give them access to Tower of Hera as well as the Spectacle Rock cave up on Death Mountain. So I'm thinking that maybe they don't want to go there until they have the hookshot or something. Maybe they're thinking. So Garbanzo guy he's going straight up to the second floor here. Yes, the randomized music is also a thing as well. The music is randomized basically per entrance. Now, hopefully not every dungeon is hopefully gonna be like this. Like the enemies are kind of shuffled around, so it makes the early parts of a seed really they can be quite difficult sometimes, because you're dealing with enemies that are normally a lot stronger, and they're possibly doing more or less damage to you. So it can get pretty hectic in the early game here, but in the other dungeons, hopefully, you know, on the flip side, you know, you're fighting blind in Eastern Palace. You might go into Thieves Town, and you walk up into Thieves Town, and you have, like, you know, Moldorm or something. And the funny thing about that, for example, if we run into Moldorm, Moldorm in a room where you can't fall down is not such a threat as he is before. Looks like Elm. Oh, he's trying to dodge those three anti-fairies. Ooh, okay. If he had the powder, Garbanzo guy has the powder going through there, so if he had the powder, he could powder those anti-fairies. That would be really useful. So it looks like he's not going to do that anymore, so he's going to go somewhere else. Okay, this is a good decision. This is a good decision. I think they need to go check some other locations here, because Elm still hasn't checked. He hasn't checked the dam. He hasn't checked any of the Mini Moldorm Cave, the Ice Rod Cave. He hasn't checked all these spots. So I think that he needs to go and do this first. Yeah. So thank goodness. So hopefully we'll be able to find some more power-ups, some more items to go back into those dungeons. We can go back in hopefully with more armor, more offense there as well. As you can hear the game beaten music in the swamp here that plays when you get the Triforce at the very end of the game. And just a red rupee in the swamp, so nothing too worth there. But Elm decides he's going to pick it up anyway, probably because he wants money for Zora. I mean, he may also be thinking money for potions since he has the bottle. Because you might need some potions in a enemy randomizer like this. It can be pretty brutal, as you've seen so far. So just to remind everyone, we do have a bid war going, or a donation incentive rather going, to open the validation chest at the end of the game when they're climbing Ganon's tower. So Elm's gonna get his tiny puny shield. He's gonna get the powder. I'm sure he wishes that he had that earlier. He's gonna get the bug net as well. I'm sure he probably wishes that he had that earlier going through Eastern. I wonder if he's gonna go back to Eastern now. Okay, looks like Elm is going to Death Mountain. Okay. Okay. So since Elm has the lamp, that's a thing that that's gonna hold Garbanzo guy back. I don't know why he skipped the race game and didn't get the bottle and then didn't go back to check Sick Kid. That's a shame. He's got to remember Sick Kid. If you don't get to check Sick Kid on your first time through Kakariko Village, you've got to remember to go back and check Sick Kid, because it's very easy to forget a single location like that. So now Elm's gonna make his way over with the old man and gets the hookshot. And funnily enough, getting the hookshot actually causes the sprite colors of the old man to get changed as well. So now that Elm has the hookshot, he's probably excited now. He gets to go over and check the rest of Death Mountain here. He gets to check the east side. So looks like he's gonna go up and check Spectacle Rock first. But he does get to do the eastern part of Death Mountain now. So just a red rupee up there, and checking inside the cave. And Cane of Burna. So that is a good thing there, because that may be very useful. Elm's thinking about whether or not he wants to pick it up. Yeah, I was just going to say, you probably do want to pick that up, because it gives you a way to have invincibility. And that is super useful when you're dealing with these powerful enemies doing tons of damage to you. So that invincibility is I think is gonna be very handy. So I think Elm was maybe thinking for a minute whether or not he wanted to waste time picking that up, but I don't think it's a waste of time at all. Looks like Garbanzo Guy taking to the death there. So he's trying to make his way through the rooms here without the lamp. He's oh, Elm gets taken out by a bomb, sniped. That's not too bad though, because I think he's just trying to get back outside, and he's got the save point here on Death Mountain, so that's okay. So it looks like Garbanzo Guy's finally, he's going back. Where is he going now? Is he checking? What did he forget to check? Is he going to the race game? Did he not check down here? Where is he going? Oh, he is. He's going to the race game. Yeah, that's right. A Cane of Burna is also great against blind. You're right. Yeah, that's absolutely true. So yeah, I definitely agree with taking a bit of time to pick that up. I think it's a good decision. So these boulders here also randomized, shuffled the amount of damage that they do. Looks like they do 4 hearts of damage. Oh, that is brutal. Man, I had one of the first seeds I tried of this, and they did 3 hearts of damage, and I thought that was awful. But geez. Okay, so Garbanzo Guy now finally picking up that fairy in a bottle. Boom. Oh, my mistake. That's actually not a fairy in a bottle. That's a bee in a bottle. I thought that looked like a fairy. My mistake. That's a bee torp. We have a bee torp. Yeah, wow. So that's rough. So now Elm is now checking the east side caves in Death Mountain. Here, Garbanzo Guy finally goes back to the sick kid and gets his lamp. Yes. All right, so Elm finds the blue mail. We've got a progressive tunic upgrade here. Remember that this is the current version of the randomizer, so progressive logic is in play. They will find the sword and tunic upgrades in order, basically, in forced order, because everyone they find will give them the next level up. Ditto with the glove upgrades as well. And Elm finds the moon pearl in this cave here. I should mark the tunics off. Ooh, watch out, Elm! Heart, rupee, and a sword upgrade. Alright, very nice. So Elm gets that level 2 sword upgrade. So that was a pretty fruitful cave here. So now he just has to kill this skeleton enemy, hopefully without getting sniped. But he does. Okay, so Garbanzo Guy is now going back into Eastern Palace. I guess he thinks now that he has the lamp that he's going to be able to go through there. So, you know, again, if only he knew what we knew, that he really wants to head up to Death Mountain, since now that he has the lamp, he can do the old man and you know, follow the same thing that Elm did there. So yes, the enemy HP flag is set, so the enemy HP is shuffled. So they can take more or less hits than they normally do, and they can deal more or less damage than they normally do. So Elm has now gone and checked the Bonk Cave, so that's very nice. So that means that he gets his mirror. It was the mirror, right? Yeah. Okay. So now Elm has the mirror and the moon pearl. So now Elm is looking to go up to Tower of Hera and take out the rest of Death Mountain, I think. He opened all the chests in the cave, so he doesn't want to go back to the east side. I think he's just going to go up to Hera. Yes, Kamuki, just to answer your question, yeah. So this is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This is an item and enemy randomizer. So if you've seen the item randomizer before, if you watched, you know, speed gaming recently, there was a big tournament going on for this item randomizer. So the maps and caves and everything are all the same in layouts, but all of the item placements have been shuffled. So the items that you get out of each spot are all shuffled around. So we don't know what we're going to find where. And the other thing that we've done here is we have also run this through a secondary program called an enemy randomizer, which has shuffled around things like the color palettes, the music that you hear, and the... now Elm is checking the ether tablet, and he gets bomb upgrade, that's all. Okay, so yeah, so the color palettes, the music, the enemies are shuffled around, the bosses are also shuffled, so it's everything going on here is really, really shuffled. So Garbanzo guy here, he's using the same strats that Elm was, using the, making good use of that boomerang there. Making good use of that boomerang to take out those enemies, that's good. These guys are being extra tanky here, they're taking a few more sword slashes than is normal. Now Elm is in Tower of Hera now, so... let's see. He finds a small key here. That means that the big key is going to be in its vanilla location in the bottom of the Tower of Hera. And, oh, so interesting thing about this room. So here's an interesting spot in this room. You know, normally you have to wait for all of those floating tiles in that room to, in the room to go away. Those floating tiles spawning, that counts as an enemy. So that's also been shuffled. So instead, there's a laser cannon there in that location. And there is no enemy that you can kill in that room, so the door just opens straight away. And there's no tiles flying at you. You just have to dodge the laser. Alright, so Elm is going to be listening to some lovely boss music. I'm sure this isn't going to get old at all. And he's... oh, yeah, so I didn't notice what the last enemy was there. So those guys from the Swamp Palace, that those little dark, shadowy guys from the Ice Palace and Swamp Palace, I think, where they... I guess just Ice Palace. Those shadow guys are from Ice Palace. They go between the cracks in the wall in the conveyor belt room. So there's a couple of those guys there. They can be a bit tricky to spot. Sometimes in a room where, with the enemy randomizer, you get to a place where... and Elm has found the bow in Tower of Hera. So that's a great find for Elm now. He has the silver arrows and the bow. That's going to help out a lot. Make certain bosses very much simpler. So he's taking a slow route around here because he wants to dodge this this spike ball here. So Garbanzo guy, now that he has the lamp, is now making his way through the rest of Eastern Palace. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's trying to kill these enemies with bombs to get the key drop. Because now you got a boomerang, Garbanzo. Use the boomerang. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, so looks like, oh, we've got Mothula. Mothula on the top floor of Hera over on Elm's side. As Elm just gets bomb drops for his trouble and picks up his first crystal. Alright. So, yeah. Hey, who'd have thought? Mothula's actually a pretty easy boss when you don't have to deal with all the other garbage that's normally in his room, like the conveyor belt floor and the spikes coming at you. Who'd have thought? It's much less of a garbage fight, you're right. Okay, so Elm is looking pretty good now. He's got his first crystal, and Garbanzo guy is now making his way over. Hopefully he can finish off blind, although he's only got green tunic, so something tells me that's going to be difficult. The Elm's checking what is on desert, so he's going into desert now. Looks like he's just some red rupees on the ledge, but he is going to use the book to go into desert now. Ooh, okay, Garbanzo guy, you've got to be careful. Nope. Oh, he got sniped by the anti-fairies. Now remember, you can use your powder to take those guys out. You can turn them into fairies. He does have a fairy in the bottle. Just to caught that fairy. And looks like we've got purple desert here and sanctuary music. So that's an interesting little. Okay, good. So Garbanzo guy is using that, and he's using his bug net and his powder to catch these fairies. Very good, very good, very good call there. All right, so he's got full health and a fairy in a bottle going into the blind fight. All right, Garbanzo, let's see if he can do it. Now this is like nighttime desert with the peaceful sanctuary music. This is very nice. It looks like Elm's found the big key now on top of the lantern here. That Garbanzo guy's doing pretty good so far. I believe the fireballs always do 1 heart of damage no matter what your tunic is, so as long as he doesn't get hit by the head or the body. If he gets hit by blind or one of the heads, then he'll take a lot more damage. Now he's going to the last phase of the fight. This is very, very tense. Oh, come on, Garbanzo. Oh, come on. Now, he does have a fairy in a bottle. He should be okay. I don't want to jinx him. Oh, he's going to use that fairy. That's okay. That's okay. He's only got one more hit, I believe. Come on, get him! Get him! He's got him! Alright. Blind is down. Good stuff. Whew. Let's get that crystal. Alright. Okay, so we are now tied up. We got 1 crystal apiece so far. Now, Elm is in his 2nd dungeon already, and he does have a lot of stuff from Death Mountain, so hopefully Garbanzo Guy now takes a trip up to Death Mountain, since he finally went back and got the lantern from the sick kid there. So I really hope he thinks to go to Death Mountain now, because we know that he's going to find some excellent goodies up there that are really going to help out. It looks like he is. It looks like he is. Garbanzo Guy, where are you going? Where are you going? You didn't get the old man! No, no, no! No, no, no! What are you doing? Oh, he forgot about the old man! Oh, I think he forgot about the old man. Oh my. Okay, so Daryl Thomas Gilbert, this is it's more than just a speed run, so it's a race, but what we are playing is a Link to the Past randomizer. So this is a crazy little thing where, ooh, Elm finds the hammer in Agina's cave. That's an excellent pickup for him. Very, very good. So that's gonna help him get into the Dark World now. He's got access to the Dark World. He's got the Moon Pearl. So that's gonna, and he's got the hook shot as well, which did not mark off. There we go. Okay, so Elm is pretty well equipped now. Oh, come on, Garbanzo, you've got to remember the old man. Oh, he's forgotten about the old man. Oh, no. Okay, well, maybe he'll remember... If he saves and quits, he's gonna go jump down and go into Spectacle Rock Cave, so that's gonna be good for him, because he's gonna get that Cane of Burna, so that'll help out, give him some invincibility. Oh, did Garbanzo Guy pick up the mushroom? Okay, I missed that. Where was the mushroom, then? I don't actually know. Yeah, Elm has the hook shot, that's right. Yes, thank you, Chibi Plan. Thank you for putting that link in the chat there. So, yeah, that is a link to the Randomizer. So the way this works is that you do the normal Link to the Past randomizer, which I will also link you to here in chat, 1 second. But you take the normal Link to the Past randomizer. So this is the normal randomizer. I believe all of the enemies are shuffled. I don't believe the enemies are put into any kind of groups, as far as I know. I believe they're all just shuffled individually. So what you see in a given place is kind of, it can be completely random. So Elm takes a swim going to check the hobo and sees the fire rod on there, so he's got to remember he's going to need to come back for that. So, alright, so Elm is going to check the hobo, and we're going to see what we have here. Garbanzo Guy is... Oh, now he doesn't have the sword upgrade going into Tower of Hera, so he can't check the Ether Tablet. Oh, that's where the mushroom was. It's the hobo under the bridge. Okay, well, that's why Garbanzo Guy got it sooner. Yeah. So yeah, so some of the people in the chat, thank you very much to the people in the chat who are helping to explain what's going on here as I'm trying to keep up with everything. But yeah, so you use the regular item randomizer, the normal one, to generate a randomized ROM where all the items are shuffled around. And then what you do is you run that through the enemy randomizer. And so if you've been following the rando tournament, it's an extra step that you would do on top of that, and then you get this wild, crazy randomized version with all the enemies shuffled here. And we've got no music now on Elm's screen. I'm not sure why the music cut out. I'm assuming that's from how he managed to transition. It didn't reload the music. There's some quirky things like that are, you know, a little buggy because of the amount of things that are being shuffled around. It's not exactly 100% kosher. This is kind of a very special thing that we like to do for fun sometimes. It's a really crazy ride if you've never tried it before. So Elm gets that Sanctuary Heart pickup now, and he's gonna save and quit. Not even bother picking up the money on Zora's Ledge there. So looks like Garbanzo Guy's gonna make his way up to 4th floor of Hera. So he's gonna pick up the bow here. We know that the bow is here. And now Elm is heading into Hyrule Castle. Yes, you're right. Elm does have the flippers. That is correct. Yeah, probably the beginning of the game there. So, looks like we've got Ganon fight music now. Okay, so the music is back on Elm's side. That's nice. So, okay, so interesting thing here. Oh, that's funny. So the barrier to Aghanim's castle that you need the Master Sword to get to, that's also randomized number of hits. So that's kind of amusing there. So Elm slashed it once and thought that it would break and ran straight headlong into it. Okay, we've got some more of these fire bars here. We know how dangerous they are from earlier. Oh boy, okay. Got his keys going up there. So now here's the interesting thing to note. So what is Elm doing? Elm is going up to beat the first Aghanim fight. So the reason that that this is interesting is because remember, at the very beginning of this, as Garbanzo Guy's going into Mothula now, hopefully he won't have much trouble here. This should be okay because he doesn't have to deal with spikes or anything else. He can keep him at the side there. He can stay to the side to avoid the blast, so that's not too bad. Alright, so now, looks like Garbanzo should take out Mothula. Should be almost dead. He takes a lot of hits with the fighter's sword. Oh, he got bodied by Mothula there. That was 4 hearts of damage, I think. Ouch. Okay, he does manage to take him down, though. That's great. Okay, so now we've got second crystal here. So Garbanzo's a little ahead on crystals, but here's the thing. So Elm's gone into Aghanim's tower, and you might remember Garbanzo Guy checked the Lumberjack Cave at the very beginning of the game, and Elm didn't check it. I'll explain Elm's reasoning here in the MCC. So, Garbanzo Guy checked that the Lumberjack Cave only had a piece of heart, so you would assume that probably Aghanim is not going to be required. Here's the thing, though. They can't get into the Dark World right now and go anywhere, even though they have the Mirror and the Moon Pearl and the Flute, because they don't have any lift upgrades. If they had a lift upgrade, then they would be able to get into the Dark World. So since we haven't found a lift upgrade yet, basically the only place left for Elm to check, since he's gone through and gotten the items in Desert and Eastern and Hera, and I think he's checked all the overworld spots, I'm pretty sure. I think he's checked all the overworld spots. So the only option left in order to access the Dark World is to defeat Aghanim 1 by going up the tower here. So this is an interesting thing about this particular seed. Yes, Elm does have the hammer from Magina's cave. Garbanzo Guy has not gone to the desert yet, I believe. So, okay, so Garbanzo Guy, oh, now he's going over to East Death. So he finally remembered the old man. Okay, so I need to mark off the hookshot for Garbanzo Guy. He finally remembered the old man, so that means he's going to get a sword and a tunic upgrade. That's going to be really helpful, so that's great. Yes, they do have a hammer, but they can't climb down from Death Mountain when they go into the Dark World. You can't, that spot when you're on your way to Hera and you go into the Dark World, you can't get down from that normally. So Garbanzo Guy is going to be very happy to find what's in these caves here. So I believe they have hammer. So there is a spot in above the swamp, right below Link's house. Yeah. So yeah, they have played the randomizer before, but they haven't played this particular seed. So they don't know where everything is in this seed. So this is a completely new seed for them. So they're gonna want to be checking things in kind of the most efficient manner that they can. Garbanzo Guy is getting his sword upgrade, so that's really excellent. All right, sword and tunic upgrade. Now we're in business. Oh, be careful. So Elm's taking down the Aghanim 1 fight now. What this is gonna do is this is gonna give them access to the Dark World. This is going to give them access to a Dark World warp point at Hyrule Castle that appears when you beat Aghanim 1. And it's going to give them access to the Pyramid item, and it's going to let them start exploring the Dark World because they have the hammer and the hookshot, so they can get places in the Dark World now. And hopefully find a lift upgrade. I believe that the warp point in the swamp, I'm pretty sure that you use the hammer to access the warp point near in the swamp right below Link's house, but you need a lift upgrade to lift up the stone. I thought. Yeah, no, the Dark World Warp near Pod does need gloves. It needs just regular gloves, not Titan's Mitt. And there is a sword upgrade on the pyramid, so now Elm is up to level 3 sword. He's got the lightsaber now. So that's really nice. That'll help out. So now Elm's damage output here is going up significantly, so that's great. That's going to make things easier now. So he's going to start exploring the Dark World and try to figure out where everything is. And I don't think he's actually looked at the map yet, has he? I didn't see him look at the map. Is he just going straight into... Hello.
If you don't mind my interjecting, hello everyone, my name is
Okay,
Ali.
right ahead.
I help organize this marathon. Thank you so much all for being here and chatting and viewing and showing your support. I would like to remind you that not only are we raising money for the Transgender Law Center, with your money, you can be entered to win amazing prizes from the Yeti. Yes, the Yeti that does the shirts for GDQ. They have hooked us up with some merch to give away to you for your donations. So currently, we have giveaways going, donor giveaways going for Yeti t-shirts and Frog in a Car plushes. If you do not know about Frog in a Car, for the game Mother 3 on the Game Boy Advance, how you save in that game is through frogs. And Yeti has on their site an amazing plush of a cute frog in a little car. And you can be entered to win all of this with your donations. Shirts are $15 minimum, and the plush is a $20 minimum. This will run till the end of the marathon. Make sure to get your donations in and possibly win some really cool swag. And we may, I think we also have 2 Perlers up for sale, or up for donation. They are Undertale Perlers, one of Metaton and one of Asgore. They were created by the Caleb Hart 42. They were intended to be for another event that fell through. So we are lucky enough to be able to give them to you. So do you like Undertale? You like really big Perlers? Get your donations in. The Asgore is gigantic. It is $50. And the Metaton is slightly smaller. It is $30. So I just wanted to remind you, we have amazing, amazing prizes, all for your money, going to an amazing charity. That'll be it for me. Thank you so much for listening to me. Back to you, Fleck.
All right, thank you so much, Ali, and thank you, shout-outs, major shout-outs to Ali for organizing this entire marathon, this whole weekend, this Power Up with Pride weekend. This has all been Ali's doing, really. You know, some of us have been trying to help out behind the scenes here and there, but it's really mostly been her organizing this entire thing the whole weekend. She's barely slept, so give her a huge shout-outs in chat there for organizing this entire thing, this great event. So, all right, back to the game. So while we were talking about those fabulous prizes, Elm has ventured into Palace of Darkness, and he has found the first of our progressive glove upgrades. It's the power glove, but remember, it's not actually specifically the power glove. It's a progressive glove, because this is progressive logic now. So what that means is that the first glove that you find is going to give you the power gloves, and the second one will give you the Titan's Mitt. So you have to find both of them. So now Garbanzo Guy is in Desert Palace, which is where Elm was earlier. So we know I don't think there was anything interesting in Desert Palace. Now what I didn't see is did Garbanzo Guy go to Agina's cave? I'm not sure if he did. Looks like he's getting out of there now. Okay, so he's flying back to Kakariko Village. I'm not sure what he's going to. Oh, he got told on! Oh, Garbanzo Guy got told on. Oh, wow. Okay, I should shout this out on stream. So, just as we finished that, so we have a $125 donation from Joshua Kant. Thank you very much for that very generous donation. Yes, that's correct. We know Agina's cave has the hammer. So I'm not sure if Garbanzo Guy checked that yet when he went into desert. I didn't actually see. I don't think he did. So he is checking the Batcave though, since he must have the hammer because he's checking the Batcave. So obviously he did. Just a rupee upgrade for his trouble. Okay. Right. Trying to track multiple things at once. Okay, so Elm has ventured into Palace of Darkness, and he has found the first of the 2 lift upgrades that we need to find. So the question is he going to keep going? It looks like he is. I don't think we got a map check to see where the pendants and crystals are. So I don't think I've seen Elm check the map for that yet. Is he flying blind? I'm not sure. I don't know what Elm's doing. Okay, so yeah, the bat was rich, Garbanzo Guy has the hammer, and now he's going to put that shovel to good use. I don't think Elm picked up the shovel, I'm pretty sure. It's on the flute. It's on the flute. There you go. Yeah, so the shovel... Nope, one down, one up. There you go. There's a rupee. So, yeah, so because you can get the flute before the shovel in this randomizer, what they've done is they've made it so that the items that normally overlap each other, such as the flute and the shovel, like on the single spot, you can toggle between them with the Y button. So that's a nice little hack that they put in there. And it looks like Garbanzo Guy is... and similar with the powder and the mushroom, which you'll see Garbanzo Guy switch to right now. He's going to give the mushroom to the witch. And he's going to go back off screen and then go back to this screen. And now we're going to see what the witch has. I don't remember what the witch has, even though I did look at this before. Oh, he's going to fill up his bottle. And he gets 300 rupees for his trouble. Not bad. Okay, so he's gonna fill his bottle with blue potion. Alright, that's a good plan. I like that, because blue potion is, he's got the money for it, and blue potion is super useful. Alright, so Elm now looks like he's in the basement of Pod. Yeah, so he's gone through Pod. Now, Garbanzo Guy, he's thinking about where he can go. I don't think he's made the connection yet. Where's he going now? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where he's going. Elm is heading into... well, might be Helmasaur King, it might not be. Oh, okay, it's Argus. It's Argus in Helmasaur King's room. Sure, why not? Right, so Garbanzo Guy is thinking... oh, he was thinking to check that peg spot. Okay, now I see what he's thinking. But he doesn't have a lift upgrade. So he doesn't seem to have... He needs to make the connection that he doesn't have a lift upgrade, and even though Aghanim only had a piece of heart in the Lumberjack Cave, he's gotta go there, and it looks like he has figured it out. He is heading to Aghanim's tower. Alright. Alright. Okay, so Elm is just gonna finish off fighting Argus here. This should be pretty easy. It's pretty standard room. It's kind of the same as the normal Argus room, because you wouldn't ever go up top with the with those spikes there. And he gets the green pendant from Pod. So that's probably why he decided to go in there, since it was the green pendant. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. I don't necessarily blame him. Alright, so now let's see, where is Elm gonna go now? So he's got the first of 2 lift upgrades, so he can access a bunch of the Dark World. Oh, he's gonna get the green pendant, and he's gonna go back into Eastern. Okay, so he's gonna do the Pod Eastern combo here. I see what he's thinking. Alright, and now you see Garbanzo Guy making good use of that Cane of Burna that they found up there. It gives him a nice little invincibility barrier. So, Milkman, so... yeah, I don't believe they've actually checked the map to see what is a pendant. I know that... let me think here. So, Meyer is a pendant, and I believe... yeah, Meyer in Thieves Town. I'll fix that right now. And then the other question I also don't know is which is Crystal 5 and which is Crystal 6. So, yeah, yeah, Milkman, just to answer your question, we're actually using 2 different randomizers here. Ali, if you can, like, spam chat with both of them, that'd be great. So, yeah, we're using 2 different randomizers. The item randomizer, the standard one that you saw in the speed gaming tournament recently, you need to use that to generate an item shuffled ROM, and then what we've done is we've then run that item shuffled ROM through the enemy randomizer program that Zarby made, which you can see the link in chat there as well. And there you go, thanks, Ali. That's some major spam right there. So, nice mod spam. So, Yeah, you generate an item randomizer ROM with the first one, and then you run that through the Randomizer. That's the second program, and you end up with what we have here, this wonderful mess of a thing. Okay, so Elm is now heading back into the Blind fight. Hopefully this time he's like, alright, Blind, I got Blue Tunic, I got, well, the sword upgrade actually doesn't matter because Blind is the only boss where the actual damage of the sword does not make a difference, but he is taking much less damage from Blind. He's taking half the damage he would normally be taking. So, alright, looks like he's doing okay here. And he's also got more hearts as well, so there, no trouble taking out Blind this time after struggling earlier. Alright, so now he gets his Eastern Palace Crystal. Yeah, that's right, Allie. All you have to do is hit up and hit enter again. Alright, and we are now at over $2,700, so we are getting really close to that 3K mark. So get those donations in, everybody. Don't forget about the donation incentive to open the validation chest if you want these guys to meme for you. Okay. Alright, Garbanzo Guy's now going up to the top of Aghanim's Tower here, so hopefully he's going to make the same decision to go into Palace of Darkness and get that lift upgrade. Now, the interesting thing to note is that Palace of Darkness was a pendant dungeon. It was the green pendant dungeon, and Shahabadu is right here to check what he has, which is just 50 rupees, so nothing much there. But that's probably why Elm decided to go in there and check that. So they still have to go in there, though, to get that lift upgrade. It is pretty accessible in the front at the big key chest there. It's not too far in the dungeon, but they do have to make that choice to go into a pendant dungeon in order to find that item. So that's a little interesting bit about this with this seed here. Now, I'm trying to remember what have they checked and what haven't they checked. So I think they've checked most of the same places so far. And also, I can mark Garbanzo Guy's tunic upgrade. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now, Elm is now trying to decide where to go here. It looks like he is... Where is he going? Is he going to Ice Palace? Where are you going, Elm? Oh, he's gonna get the fire rod. Okay, I know what he's doing. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay, that's what he's doing. He's gonna get the fire rod because the fire rod is on the Lake Hylia island here. Alright, so that's a good pickup for him. He's got the fire rod. One half of the rod duo that we need to defeat. Well, we don't know where Trinex is. Alright, where is he going now? Okay, it looks like Elm is going to go... He's going to go into the Lost Woods. And he's gone through here. We've got spiked rollers in the Lost Woods. I love this, at the bottom of the Lost Woods here. Yeah, he's got to go around the back here to take the... back entrance here, to do the hammer entrance to get into the Dark World here. Because he doesn't have the second lift upgrade yet to lift those big boulders. But fortunately, you only need one to actually get into the Dark World. He wants those fairies. Come here, fairies. You could grab that other fairy with the bug net, Elm. I guess he doesn't care. Alright. Okay, so now the question is, what is Elm going to do? Okay, he's going to go and do Village of Outcasts run here. So he's going to do the chess game first. We've got 100 rupees and half magic. Half magic is very nice to have. That's excellent. Okay. That's pretty useful there. Alright, so Garbanzo Guy has now made his way into the Dark World, and he's... Oh, I'm assuming he's got his sword upgrade from the pyramid as well. Yes? Missed that? Okay. So now Elm is going in to check the rest of Village of Outcasts here. Alright, another heart upgrade. So we're doing pretty good on hearts now. We're feeling pretty healthy. Now that we got past that really rough start of the seed there, it's opened up more. We've got more hearts and more offense and defense here. So these guys should be pretty okay going forward. I'm not too concerned about them combat-wise here. I do like the boss music going into these houses, as you're looting people. Speaking of donations, do we have another donation, Allie? Ah, we have $20 from Adam Dane with the message, nice spam. Thank you so much for your donations, everyone. We really, really appreciate it. Just as a reminder, we are raising money for the Transgender Law Center. They're a terrific nonprofit organization that deals with all sorts of LGBTQ legal issues and legal cases, and they help with fighting all of those legal battles that unfortunately still need to be fought. So it's an excellent cause that you're donating towards to help out, so we really appreciate it. And it looks like Garbanzo Guy is now going to pick up his fire rod as well. And Elm is going to drop down now. Oh, he went to the Lumberjacks. Yeah, he's picking up that piece of heart. That's kind of funny. Interesting. I guess he figured while he's in the neighborhood, he may as well. And, you know, I honestly don't blame him, because this is enemy randomizer, and enemies can hit really hard and be really dumb, and you want as much health as possible. Alright, so now heading back into the Dark World, we've got giant spike rollers out here in Hyrule Field. Okay, so Garbanzo Guy is now looking at where is he gonna go. Garbanzo Guy's got to make a decision. Is he going to Dark World Hype Cave? Alright, looks like Elm is going into Skull Woods. And, Garbanzo Guy... No, he's not. Okay, where is he going? Oh, is he gonna go to Swamp Palace? He might go to Swamp Palace. Yeah, okay, I think he's going to Swamp Palace. Okay. Yeah, he just went and checked. Yeah, so it's Thieves Town and Misery Mire are the other two pendants. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so Garbanzo Guy is indeed... Garbanzo Guy got Quack, did he? Oh, he did get Quake. Okay, I don't even actually remember where Quake was. I vetted this seed. Alright, Elm finally picks up the shovel. We know that that doesn't actually lead to anything, but he might think that it does, so he might go check that. Alright, I don't remember where Quake actually was, because I vetted this seed earlier, but I can't remember where everything is. That was a couple days ago. So, okay, so Garbanzo Guy is going into Swamp Palace. Now, I do remember in Swamp Palace there's a couple interesting things to note going in here. So, this is not a bad idea, because he has everything that he needs to complete it. At least, like, getting through it with the hookshot. We don't know what the boss is yet, we'll have to find out. But, he does have the hookshot to complete it, and there are 6 chests, 6 items that you can get in here. So, this is likely to be lucrative, hopefully. So he has the hammer and the hookshot to get through everything. So now he's going to go in here and see what this first chest has. Oh, shield upgrade. Okay. That's not bad. Oh, I should mark down shields that they have. There we go. Okay, so Garbanzo Guy has a shield upgrade now. So that's cool. So now, again, you notice, so Garbanzo Guy checking those pots there. Remember, the pot drops are also randomized. So remember... that first room there had those 4 pots, so the key was not under the pot that it normally is under. So that's just an interesting little thing to note there. So Garbanzo Guy is now going to flood the room here as Elm is dropping into Skull Woods. Interesting, so he's not going to check... Okay, he's just going to plow through that. Interesting, so he's not going to check that... he's waiting to check that chest. Garbanzo Guy moves forward into Swamp Palace here. So notice that Elm is waiting to check that chest, and there you see why. Because as soon as you get that chest, it opens up a whole bunch of holes in the floor. So you want to wait to get that until you're ready to get out of that room, basically. So Elm is now getting an arrow upgrade. Okay. Garbanzo Guy's making his way deeper into Swamp Palace. Now, so another interesting thing to note here is Elm is hunting for items in Skull Woods. Skull Woods isn't too different with the enemy randomizer. Garbanzo Guy is checking here. Oh! I actually do remember this. Okay, remember what I said about the pots being randomized? That pot on the very right side that Garbanzo Guy just picked up, he's looking for a key. There's supposed to be a key, a small key, under that pot, and it's not there. And it's not on the left side either. And I also happen to know, because I vetted this seed earlier, that it's not up there. See those pots up in the very right corner? Oh, I forgot about this. I almost forgot about this detail, but this is a lovely detail. So, you would never, in a million years, go up to that spot in the top right corner. You know how you get to that spot? If you speedrun this game, you might not even remember how to get to that spot. There's a bombable wall in this room here where you use the hammer on these guys and hit the flood switch. So normally, you would never ever go up here during a speedrun because it's useless. But the small key happens to be hidden up there this time. Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, I love that is a thing, too. I really like that feature. It makes certain rooms, like this room in Swamp Palace, where you have a bunch of pots spread all over the place, makes them really interesting. Okay, so now, Garbanzo guy, it looks like he's gonna go to the top room first. Yeah, he is. Okay, so I think he's gonna go in here and hit the crystal switch first. And go down. No, you gotta hit the crystal switch first, Garbanzo guy. So it looks like Elm is just going straight through, towards... the end of Skull Woods here. And, oh man, this music. Oh, rips. Oh man! Oh, that's just mean. That's just mean, that thing right in front of the door. Oh man, okay. So now, Garbanzo guy, I believe... so Garbanzo guy did not find a key, under that. So he is now... He's checking these pots, and there it is. So you see the key got shuffled. So the key can get shuffled to one of the other accessible spots here. So he went down checking to make sure that he couldn't do that. Oh, man! Oh, look what Elm just found. Elm found Trinex. A very glitched out Trinex with just the heads. Turtle Rock Woods. It's Turtle Rock Woods, and he does not have the Ice Rod, so he cannot kill the boss in Skull Woods. He's got a nope out of there. And we do get a pedestal check, and it's just an arrow increase, so sorry chat, no pedestal required seed. But we did find Trinex. Oh no. So Elm's got to go find the Ice Rod in order to beat Trinex in Skull Woods. Garbanzo guy is now over on the left side of Swamp Palace here. I don't believe he's found anything really interesting yet. He hasn't really hit many of the chests that can have items in them so far. Okay, so Garbanzo guy's got 2 chests on the left side of Swamp Palace to check here. Oh, Butter Sword! I can't believe it's not butter. Well, it is butter. Alright, so that's great. That's offense upgrade for a Garbanzo guy. He's going to be happy to see that. Okay. So, Garbanzo guy is probably now going to go and finish off the rest of Swamp Palace now. That's good for him. And looks like Elm is now making the same choice. He's going into Swamp Palace. So, Elm spent a bunch of time checking Skull Woods only to be blocked by Trinex. So that's got to be a little annoying there. So, Garbanzo guy... has not gone into Skull Woods yet, so hopefully he may not until they find the Ice Rod. I actually can't remember where the Ice Rod is, but... now here you see him powdering that anti-fairy, putting that powder and bug net that they got early on to good use. Alright, so... yeah, we don't have the big key yet, so he can't check the big key chest there, so he's just gonna head north and start making his way down towards Argus. If he finds the big key fairly quickly, then he may decide to go back and check the big chest. Otherwise, he may, if it's really late, he may just decide to beat the boss first and then go back in and check it. Or possibly skip it. But if it has an item, then that might be bad, so we'll see what he decides to do. Alright, and we've got Ganon fight music for Swamp Palace. We actually couldn't hear what the music for Swamp Palace was, since Elm wasn't in there. Alright. Oh, that's an interesting idea Chibi planned. You powder the fairy gets randomized too. That's... So you powder the anti-fairies and they turn into something random? That's an interesting idea. And there's the big key. Okay, so Garbanzo guy's found the big key. And he's going back upstairs. Okay, so he's going to check the big chest. So we will get to find out what the big chest is going to be. This is... I kind of like this decision because it's right by... It's not too far in. And yeah, it's a bit of time. But... Actually, he could have just hookshot it over there, but oh well. It's worth checking, just in case it's the Ice Rod. Just in case it's the Ice Rod. So that's a nice find there. Elm's gonna be happy to find that when he gets it in here too. First, he's gonna have to hunt down this key, just like Garbanzo guy did. So that's great. So now they've got Ice Rod. So when Garbanzo guy goes to Skull Woods, he will be able to defeat Trinex without having to go back through there. Now, going straight to the boss in Skull Woods is really quick. So Trinex being in there and having to go away, like go back and come back a second time, is not necessarily like the worst thing in terms of a time loss. since it's really pretty quick to run right back to the boss in Skull Woods. And Elm is now thinking, where's that key? Where's that key, Elm? Yeah, he's gonna go check all the pots now. Yeah, I don't think he's thought of it yet. Oh, I don't think he's thought of it yet. It looks like we have another donation here. We have a $20 donation from Anonymous that says, had to donate towards this wonderful cause. Thank you so much for that $20 donation. All right. Elm's trying to figure out now. He found the key under the pot here, so he'll be able to get to the top room and flood this, but then he won't be able to get going further unless he figures out where that key is. As now Garbanzo Guy... Oh, and you probably saw on Garbanzo Guy's screen, I think we might have missed it, but you might have seen that the key in the final room to get to the boss area... Oh no! Oh, Garbanzo Guy, no! Oh, he's got to get magic! Oh, I was like, why is he mirroring out? Oh, it's Cold Stare! I didn't see what it was. Okay, so many things happening at once. So Garbanzo Guy has found Cold Stare is the boss of Swamp Palace. He needs full magic in order to beat Cold Stare. We have the Fire Rod. They both have the Fire Rod, so that's good. But they don't have Bombos, so they need full magic in order to beat Cold Stare. Elm has half magic, so he only needs half a bar. So he might be okay when he gets down there and finds that surprise. Yeah, so that's another interesting thing with the randomizer. When you don't know exactly what boss you're gonna be running into, it's hard to be prepared for everything. Elm is gonna get his butter sword up right now, so that's good. So our guys are pretty well equipped right now to help them finish this seed. So we are well and truly rolling at this point. So that's good. One of the things I looked for specifically, I guess, when vetting the seed to make sure it was okay was, aside from the fact that it was actually completable, because that's not a guarantee with the enemy randomizer, because of bosses and enemies blocking your way, I didn't want it to be too difficult in terms of combat. Garbanzo Guy bonking into the wall there, misremembering which waterfall is the doorway here. Alright, it's time to go. Okay, so... we haven't found... What haven't we found? We're missing the Cane of Samaria. We're missing Red Cane. We need that for Turtle Rock and Ganon's Tower. We don't know what the medallion is for Turtle Rock yet, so we're not sure which one we need for that. And I think Elm's finally figured out... Yep, he's switching to bombs. He's figured out exactly where that key is. That's funny. I love that that's a thing. And now Garbanzo Guy gets all the Fire Rod shots nailed, and he's trapping Cold Stare in the corner. Oh, he manages to get loose, but it's okay. He's got Butter Sword. Cold Stare's gonna go down real easy with Butter Sword. And he's gonna pick up his Swamp Palace Crystal. Alright. Now Garbanzo Guy, he was probably hoping to find a lift upgrade in here because he still doesn't have any gloves yet. So he hasn't figured out that he needs to go into Green Pendant Pod in order to get those gloves. Alright, so Elm is now gonna go find the big key. Oh, he takes a hit from the Fire Snake. Oh, does he have a fairy? He does have a fairy. Okay, good. I was gonna say, one of the things I liked about the seed, aside from the sword and tunic upgrades being, you know, accessible without too much trouble, is that the bug net and the powder were accessible early on, so that is going to really help them in terms of survivability, as long as they make use of the fact that they can powder those anti-fairies and, you know, catch them in bottles. Alright, so he's just got to walk through these giant spike balls here. They do, like, I think a quarter of a heart of damage at this point. Looks like Garbanzo Guy is going to check the double-chested fairy here. Alright, Elm's found the big key. It looks like he's not going back for the big chest, though. Ooh. Okay, he's going to the boss. Oh, Elm. Elm, I hope he remembers to go back and check that big chest. If he gambles on that, he's gonna be very sorry. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm not sure which was Crystal 5 and which was Crystal 6 of the 3 dungeons that Garbanzo Guy's cleared so far. I don't actually know. I think Swamp might have been one of them. I think it was Swamp and... I don't know, Hera. I'm just gonna guess. Okay, so Right, so here on Elm's screen, I didn't get to call this out when Garbanzo Guy went through here, but you see the key in this flooded room here is normally in the right corner there, but it's actually under the pots behind this bombable wall here since it gets shuffled within the same, you know, room area. So, that's a fun little thing. I love that that's a thing. Swamp Palace is one of the best places to really showcase that thing. Oh, I think Elm, does he have enough? I think he has exactly enough. Oh, he had just half magic. Oh my goodness, that was really close. Okay, now Cold Stare's gotten loose, so he's gonna have to try to keep him under wraps, but he has Butter Sword, he has Blue Mail, he's not gonna take too much damage here, he should be fine. Alright, there, good, Elm's fine. Okay, so Garbanzo Guy is going and checking Old Stumpy, and that gives him Ether. Alright, that's a good find. Yeah, yeah, nice job by Elm there. Just had enough magic to do that. That's pretty nice there. So, very good there. There's exactly one small magic pot before the key. Alright, oh wow, we were up to, we need $130 to hit 3K, everybody. Let's get that up there. And, alright, Garbanzo Guy is, where is he going? Is he going to check the digging game? I think he's going to do the digging game. Oh, Elm is going back in. Okay, so Elm is going back in to check the big chest. I guess he figures this is faster than going back up. I'm not sure if this is actually faster or not. It may be? I guess because he can mirror out. I guess because you can mirror out, this is probably faster. Okay, well, anyway, regardless of whether or not this is faster than the way Garbanzo Guy did it, Elm did decide to go back and check that big chest. And thankfully he did, because that's where Ice Rod is. Okay. I can mark off Swamp Palace for Elm. Okay, so Garbanzo's guy's gotten just a red rupee from the digging game. Oh, I guess that's another thing to mention with Garbanzo Guy. You noticed that he was doing the digging game there. In the previous versions of the randomizer, the digging game would always give you the item guaranteed on the 15th dig. But in the current version, that is no longer the case. What happens now is, it is a random number somewhere between like 2 and 20 something, I think. I can't remember exactly, but it's a random number, but it's based on the seed, so it's the same for both players. So you just have to dig enough times and you'll get the item. I'm not sure why they made that change, but they did, so... I guess more randomness. Okay, so it looks like Elm is going back into the Dark World. Now, he did Skull Woods. Oh, he's going to go back and finish Skull Woods. That's right, he didn't finish Skull Woods, of course. So he's going to go and kill Trinex in Skull Woods, the glitched out Trinex. Okay, so Garbanzo Guy, where is he thinking? He's done Swamp. That was a good call. I see why he did Swamp, and it did give him some stuff, but it did not give him a lift upgrade, and he was probably hoping that it would. So now, it looks like he's going to take the hook shot and go over to the other side. But he can't, because... Oh, well, he can because he has Hammer. And Elm with the boss-defeated music. Inside of Skull Woods. Okay, so Elm's making his way back to Skull Woods, getting bodied repeatedly by these guards in Skull Woods. What are you guys doing here? Yeah, grab that hard, Elm. There you go. Fortunately, they're not really doing damage to him. Okay, so Garbanzo Guy's hookshotting across the river here. So, he's gonna go and check Dark World spots. Where can he check? So he's probably gonna go to Dark Kakariko Village, I think. No, he's gonna bonk. Oh, he's gonna check King's Tomb. He's gonna check King's Tomb and the cliff. Okay. He's gonna check King's Tomb and the cliff. Okay, so let's see what's in King's Tomb. If there's anything in here. Elm now using his half magic and that Cane of Burna. Bombos! Okay. Alright, so... Funnily enough, Garbanzo Guy has now found all 3 medallions. So, he's set for Turtle Rock. All he needs is lift upgrades and the Cane of Samaria. So, that's interesting. So, yeah, I guess we don't actually know what medallion is required for Turtle Rock, but it doesn't matter for Garbanzo Guy. It does matter for Elm, depending on which ones he finds. Okay. Alright, Elm, let's see. What are you gonna do with Trinex here? I'm assuming you're gonna do the standard. Yeah. And it looks like, so Trinex doesn't appear to have boss music for some reason? Oh, the number of hits that the heads take are also randomized. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh no, Elm! Oh no, Elm, is that... He doesn't have a fairy! Oh no! Oh dear. Oh, Elm. Oh, is he gonna go check that chest? Is that what he's doing? No, he's just going back in. Okay. Wow, okay, so that's an interesting thing. So, Trinex is in Mothula's room, and it has that scrolling floor, and the scrolling floor is scrolling when Trinex moves. That's really interesting. Yeah, there's so many weird things in this randomizer. Oh man. So I think Elm is hunting for some health pickups here, maybe? I think that's what he's looking for. Yeah, it's getting hit by that roller. That roller's in a really unfair place. And so he's trying to conserve magic here. Okay, Garbanzo guy is now making his way into a village of outcasts here, so he is going to... If he goes to the treasure chest game, he's going to get half magic, and that'll be really nice. Oh, I don't think that counts as getting grabbed.
So, we have a lot here, so I'm going to just hop on voice.
Okay, sure, feel free.
First off, we have a $25 donation from Other Tom that says, found this couch cache in the pedestal earlier and figured I should put it towards a better cause than my blue potion addiction. Happy Pride! Thank you so much for that donation, Other Tom. We have $50 from Dyslexic Deity that says, great game, great cause, quote, great palette corruption. Thank you so much for that $50. I personally think the random palettes look amazing, no matter how ugly they are. And we have a $15 donation from Xkeeper that says, happy 3000, maybe. We're
Ain't
almost
no maybe
there.
about it. There's no maybes about it. We're gonna break 3K. Come on, guys. We need $40 here.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We have $40 left, ladies and gentlemen. Can I see that ticker on stream roll over to 3000? Can you do that? I believe in you. But do you believe in yourself? Let me see it. I leave you, Flick.
Oh, heck yeah, we do. Heck yeah, we believe. Alright. So, Elm is now, he's left Skull Woods. Now, he fluted to the desert. I think he was thinking about going, checking the Mire Caves, but he doesn't have the second glove upgrade yet, so he can't go in there. And Garbanzo guy, now making his way into Skull Woods. So he's gonna be able to do this. Oh, I thought he was going to Skull Woods. Apparently, he's not. Okay, he's taking a back entrance to Thieves Town, I guess? Yeah, okay. No, wait, he's... Oh, okay, maybe he... Okay, he's trying to go back around. Oh, man. Okay. So, I guess he's going back around to try to get in a different way to Skull Woods. So, Elm is now in Village of Outcasts, and... He is... Now, the interesting thing is, so they haven't gone into Thieves Town yet. Thieves Town is a pendant dungeon, but there are 4 chests in the very beginning of it that are really quick and easy to check. And oftentimes, like, even if it's a pendant dungeon, people will often still go in there to check. But it looks like, oh, he's checking the cliff and the King's Tomb first. I think that's what he's thinking to do. Okay, well, he's gonna be happy to find Bombos in there at least. We're not sure if it's gonna be required yet.
Sorry for interrupting.
Sure, go ahead.
But we have a $40 donation from ACB that says, sniped? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the goal of 30,000. Thank you so much for hitting this goal. It means so much to all of us.
That is amazing. ABC, thank you so much for that snipe. I'm gonna do my best Rod Roddy impersonation from The Price is Right there. $3,000!
You know what I would say that is, Fleck?
What?
That is 100% rolling deep!
Rolling deep!
Rolling deep!
Speaking of rolling deep, Elm is rolling pretty deep now since he's now picked up the Bombos medallion from the King's Tomb, and he's making his way back out of the graveyard here. Now, as Garbanzo Guy goes through Skull Woods, I'm going to be curious to see where Elm goes next here. Because, oh, it looks like he's going... Oh, I think he's going to go check Catfish. Yeah, he's going up here. I'm going to guess he's going to Catfish. He's going to do the Mushroom and Catfish, I think, is what he's doing here. And also, I don't think he's checked Zora either, so he might do that. I think he's going to do Mushroom, Zora, Catfish all in one go. So that's some nice routing here by Elm. So that's pretty cool. Oh, actually, I need to mark off Skull Woods on Elm's tracker. There we go. Ha! Missing things. Okay.
So, I do want to say, though, thank you so much to everyone who's donated, watched, tweeted, just lurked. Thank you all so much. You are the reason that we are able to do this event. It's amazing people like you that we can sit here and play video games and help such a great charity. So thank you. And now that we've hit 3K, maybe we can smash that goal. Do you think you can smash that donate button to smash that goal? Reminder, we have another run after this. We are going late tonight, ladies and gentlemen. After this, we have a Zelda 2 randomizer. Make sure to catch that after this. Back to you, Fleck.
Yep, that's right. We do have a Zelda 2 randomizer coming up right after this. All right. So Elm has checked out the Mushroom. He's done the Catfish. He did not find anything super worthwhile there. Nothing of note. So now I'm curious where he's thinking to go next. A Garbanzo Guy is making his way through Skull Woods. Looks like he's gonna check. Yeah, he's trying to check all the chests here. Is he trying to get... Does he have the big key, or is he trying to bonk his way over there? Okay, Elm, where are you going? Where are you going? That's right, Eon. Zelda 2 Randomizer does sound kind of difficult. I've heard it's kind of difficult. It's kind of a wild and crazy thing. Yeah, the lovely Enchantress of Numbers in the chat is going to be running the Zelda 2 Randomizer after this race, so don't go anywhere. Stick around for that. So Elm is now going into Dark World Hype Cave, and I don't remember what was in Dark World Hype Cave. No, nobody's checked it yet, have they? Oh no, Garbanzo Guy did, because that's where Quake was. Okay, never mind. Okay, so Dark World Hype Cave, not very hype. You've got some Quake, but whatever. So Garbanzo Guy is still making his way through Skull Woods. We know from Elm's trip through there that there's nothing really of note in there, but he is gonna fight that glitched out Trinex, and he doesn't have to come back for it a second time, the way that Elm did, since he has the Ice Rod from going through Swamp Palace first. So that's a good thing for him. So let's see. Elm is now taking the Big Bomb. He's gonna go take the Big Bomb and get the double-chested fairy. Alright, and Garbanzo Guy trying not to get grabbed by the Wall Masters there. Oh, so another thing. Oh, there's another good... that room there that Garbanzo Guy is just in. You notice him pulling the statue up and putting it on the right there. The switch to open that door to hold it open is normally in the center. You have to drag it behind you and put it in the center, but the switch has been shuffled over to the right-hand side because, like we saw in Swamp Palace, the pot drops is what they're called, basically. The things that are under the pots, keys or switches, are shuffled. And where are you going, Garbanzo Guy? You don't have a key to get through there. Man, Proto is rolling real deep in the chat right now. Rolling unfathomably deep. Okay, so
rolling
Elm is...
deeper than she's ever rolled before.
Deeper than she's ever rolled before. Garbanzo Guy, you do not have a key. You need to go get a key. Okay, I think he's probably gonna... Yeah, I think he's gonna... Oh, he's gonna powder the anti-fairy. Very good, very good. Take advantage of that. Okay, so Elm is now getting past that roller. He's going back into Dark World. Still looking for the Cane of Samaria and the other lift upgrade. That's what we're missing here. And I'm trying to actually remember exactly where it was. Can't quite remember. I'm just going to look at my spoiler cheat sheet real quickly. Ah, okay. Now I know where it is. There we go. Okay, yeah, so Elm is now back in Thieves Town again, and I think he's probably going to go do... You can't get in here, though. You don't have the second lift upgrade. Oh, he's gonna mirror. Okay, is he thinking to do the bat? Okay, I think he's gonna go do the magic bat. Yep. Okay, he's going to Batman. He's going to Batman. Okay, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I thought he was trying to do the, like the hammer pegs or the blacksmith. But you need the lift upgrade to do that. You need the Titan's Mitt. Now, Garbanzo guy making good use of that half magic with the Cane of Burna there. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Okay, so Elm gets his 50 rupees from Batman. Nothing really to note there. Garbanzo guy, you gotta light the torches, man. Where you going? You gotta light those torches. Alright. Oh, the arrow pickup is blocking it. Oh, don't waste all your magic. We know that you don't want to waste your magic because Trinex is at the end of this. He doesn't know that, but we do. Okay, so Elm's now heading out of Village of Outcasts. And he's heading down, so I'm thinking he's going to check the digging game. Yep, he hasn't done digging game yet, so he's going to find 20 rupees in there. He's not going to be too pleased at that, but what are you going to do? And Garbanzo guy is he farming for hearts? What is he farming for? He has the key. Garbanzo guy, you have the key. Go through the door. There you go. I guess maybe he's farming for hearts. He's probably farming for hearts. Hearts are magic, I guess. Okay, so Elm's going to get his 20 rupees, I believe it was in the digging game. Oh, don't run into... Oh! Oh, interesting. So Garbanzo guy's taking damage, and I don't quite know why. I thought he was bonking into Trinex's glitched sprite, but I don't think that that's what happened. I'm not sure about that. I'm not actually sure why that happened. So it looks like Garbanzo guy's leaving... Yeah, I don't actually know what hit Garbanzo. Are there invisible spikes? Oh, he's bonking into the room spikes in Mothula's room. Are those active? I didn't know if those were actually active or not. Or maybe they're just at the edge. That's interesting. I don't actually know. I'm not actually sure about some of the inner workings. There are some people in the chat who are familiar more with the inner workings of this. Yeah, Mothula is the worst. He's just the worst. He's the worst boss in video game history. He's so bad. Okay, so Garbanzo guy has filled himself back up here. He's going back in. Oh, he's gonna respawn the anti-fairy and catch it in a bottle. Very nice. I like that. I like that play. That's the kind of play I would do because I'm bad at combat. Okay. Oh, apparently... Oh, Zarby's actually in chat. Hi, Zarby. So the spikes are under the floor, and Trinex is not supposed to spawn in Mothula's room anymore. So I guess there's a new version of the Randomizer then? Hiya, Zarby. How you doing? Thank you so much for creating this really wacky, insane program that we're racing here. And, okay, so Elms checked the Bombos tablet, rather, and he's found the magic cape. So now we've got Cape and Cane of Burna. So with half magic, that Cape is quite useful because it's going to let him do invincibility stuff. That's pretty handy. So he's going back to Death Mountain. What hasn't he done on Death Mountain? I thought he got everything on the east side of Death Mountain. Unless, is he checking Turtle Rock? He might be checking what's required for Turtle Rock, I guess. But he can't get in. He doesn't have the cane. Oh, did Elm get either too? Okay, so everybody has all 3 medallions then. Okay, so everybody has all 3 medallions. So it doesn't matter what's needed for Turtle Rock. Oh, Garbanzo guy, don't walk into the spikes. I wonder if Elm happens to know, you know, what the, like where the spikes are. Okay, there we go. Ooh, man, that Trinex head snipe. Oh, that does so much damage. Even with the enemy randomizer. Oh, man, so do the room spikes move with Trinex then? Apparently we have a $6 and 49-cent donation from Nice with the message, nice. Look out, look out, look out! Oh! Oh, man. Oh, Garbanzo guy. Oh, man, please. Please don't die. Please don't die. Oh, he's gonna use the cane. Nice. Nice. Oh, that's good. But he's running low. He needs to kill him. Oh, he got him. Oh, thank goodness. A nice cane strats by Garbanzo guy. Nice. That's very good. Oh, man. Okay, oh, Magnon, so, yeah, if you're confused because you've played randomizers and you've never seen this before, this is the regular item randomizer that you're probably used to, but it's been combined with Zarby's Enemizer, or enemy randomizer. Not something that gives you an enema, which is what it sounds like, but it randomizes all of the enemies in the game, as well as shuffling the bosses around. So it's a really cool thing. So Garbanzo Guy now is thinking about where he needs to go, now that he has Skull Woods, which I can mark that off. Okay. Garbanzo Guy, you're pretty much out of places to go. You've got to think, where haven't you been? Where haven't you been to? The reason that it looks different is because one of the things that the Enemizer can do is it can shuffle the palettes of the game around. So everything where we're going here has like different colored palettes, which is pretty neat. So now Garbanzo Guy is thinking, has he finally figured out? I think he's finally figured out what he needs to do. I think he's going, yeah, he's taking the warp at Hyrule Castle back into the Dark World. See, this is actually really interesting. So one of the things I thought was interesting about the seed with the item placement is the location of the lift upgrade. If Garbanzo Guy can figure out, is he going to Catfish? Where is he going? Or is he going back over? Oh, he's going back over to the other side. Okay, maybe he's thinking to check Palace of, Village of Outcasts.
Can I get a second, Fleck?
Yeah, sure.
So we are looking to be about somewhat halfway through this randomizer seed. And I want to mention that nobody in this stream has donated towards checking the validation chest.
Really?
If you didn't know, we have an ongoing bid war to whether or not we're going to check the validation chest at the end of Ganon's Tower. So get your donations in for that.
Yeah, please do.
Will we check it, or will we be DQ'd from our own randomizer race? It's up to you. Get your donations in. Thank you very much. Back to you, Fleck.
Yeah, that's right, Ali. So do donate for that. And there's the Titan's Mitt! Just in time, Elm has figured out where the second glove upgrade is, and it's in Pendant Thieves Town. So that's fun. There's the mitts. So now that opens up a bunch more places for Elm to check. He can check East Dark World Death Mountain. He can check all sorts of things now. In fact, that's probably exactly where he's going. I'm gonna guess. Yep, he's going to Death Mountain. And it looks like, so Garbanzo Guy has now just headed into Thieves Town as well. So Garbanzo Guy now has finally figured out that this is one of the only places that he actually has access to in the Dark World right now. The other one being Palace of Darkness. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So yeah, interesting thing about this is both lift upgrades are in Pendant Dungeons, in Pendant Pod and Pendant Thieves Town. They're not too far in, but you do have to dive into a Pendant Dungeon in order to find them. And that's interesting, because most people are going to avoid Pendant Dungeons if they don't have to. If they don't have to go in them. It's probably one of the last places you want to go into. With Thieves Town here, sometimes people will go into it just because there's these 4 chests in the first area that are really fast to check. So they might at least check those. It's probably worth checking. And there, so Garbanzo Guy finally has a lift upgrade. Alright, so now he can finally, that opens up some more spots for him to check. Now the interesting thing is that he did not go to Pod yet, so the question is he going to go... Now that actually doesn't open up that many spots, come to think of it. You know what, yeah, now that I actually think about it, oh hey Fozzie, how's it going? So yeah, this is progressive, that's right, Keepsake. This is the new version, progressive logic. So they have to find both of those glove upgrades. They're gonna find them in order. So looking at this without these lift upgrades, Garbanzo guy, he can finish Desert Palace, so he's gonna go back in and finish Desert, it looks like. Okay, that's not a bad idea. He can finish getting things out of Desert Palace. And looks like Elm has now found the red mail in Hookshot Cave. That's a nice find. He's on beeping strats now. He wants to check that last chest there. He can get over there without getting bonked by that squirrel. Oh, geez, the squirrel. Oh, he can't get in. He can't get in to check that chest with the squirrel. The squirrel's in the way. Oh my god, squirrel, get out of the way. Oh, it's just 5 bombs. Plus 5 bombs, alright. Sure, Fozzie, if you want to jump in and help co-commentate, that's fine with me. So, Garbanzo guy he's gonna go and finish off Desert now. So Desert this is, again, one of the only places that he has access to with just the first lift upgrade with the Power Glove. So he's gonna finish this off here, but of course we know that's not where the other lift upgrade is. It's in Pendant Pod. He has to run into Palace of Darkness, and eventually he's gonna figure that out because it's probably the only place left after this that he actually has access to without the Titan's Mitts. Now that Elm has the Titan's Mitt, he can get into Misery Mire here. He can get into the Mire itself. Mire's a pendant, but he doesn't need to check there unless he wants to dive for looking for a Cane of Samaria. So hopefully Garbanzo guy will figure out after this he needs to go into Palace of Darkness in order to find those mitts. Like that is the thing that he is missing right now compared to Elm. Other than that, we're actually really even. That does give Elm an advantage going right now, but we're pretty even. And he's looking for that key. The key is in the rightmost pot there. Getting battered around by these bow wows, but they don't actually do very much damage. Now again, since the pots are randomized, Garbanzo guy's looking in all the different pots for the keys. They're not in their normal spots, it looks like. Alright, so now we're gonna get to see... We don't actually know. Elm hasn't finished Desert Palace yet, so we don't know what the boss in Desert Palace actually is. So, looks like Elm is now going into Ice Palace. Now, this is interesting. He is not quite in go mode yet. He needs the Cane of Samaria to be in go mode. So that means that he's going to be checking all the chests in Ice Palace. And that is going to take significantly longer than if he was in go mode and he could just run right through.
Hello.
Is that a Fozzie I hear?
That is a Fozzie here. Actually, let me check on my Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Fozzie, I'm going to give you the link so you can watch the server to stay without delay.
Oh, right, yeah, that's a good idea. Also, you're really quiet. Can you boost your Discord mic at all?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, that sounds better.
So if you have any issues with that, tell Fleck, he'll know what to do.
So yeah, you should just be watching the restream right now.
Alright, perfect.
Okay, so Elm has found the big key. Flash is blocked. Hang on. Okay, there you go. I just messaged you thing. So yeah, so you need to whitelist the domain so that Flash is not blocked on it, or just enable it. Okay, so while Fozzie gets that set up, all right, so Elm is diving into Ice Palace here. So he's found the big key so far, so that's good. We're looking for Cane of Samaria, and he's trying to powder that anti-fairy. Come here, anti-fairy. There you go. Okay, so he's got these shadow enemies here he's trying to kill. Waiting for them to come out of the wall. There we go. Alright, moving into the conveyor belt room. They've got crabs in the conveyor belt room. Nice, okay. That's interesting. Okay, so now Elm, I'm assuming... Okay, he is going to do the bomb jump. So Elm is setting up for the Ice Palace bomb jump. Interesting, because it doesn't save quite as much time when he's... Oh, failed that first one. Come on, Elm, you can do it. Okay, that looks good. He should have that. There we go. All right, he's got it. So, again, the switch in this room shuffled over to the right side there, it looks like. So that's another neat thing. So now even though he's got the big key, and he did the Ice Palace bomb jump, it's actually not going to save as much time as it normally would, because he still wants to check the other chests in this dungeon, unfortunately, since he's not in go mode yet. Alright, Garbanzo guy now. He's taken the warp to the pyramid. Where is he thinking to go? Hopefully he realizes... he's finished Desert Palace there. I can mark that off, because... so he's finished Desert Palace now. So... I actually didn't even see what the boss was in Desert Palace. I completely missed that entire fight. So it looks like... Is he going... No, he's not going to Pod! You gotta go to Pod, Garbanzo! Where are you going? Where else can he go? I don't know where else he can go. He can't do... You can check the cliff. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Was Land Molus.
Oh, was it, it was Vanilla Boss. Alright then. Vanilla Boss fight. Okay, so Elm... is just going right down here? Is he going right to the boss? Ooh.
It would seem like it. I wonder what boss is gonna be there.
Yeah, okay, so he's gambling on maybe the boss having an item and the rest of Ice Palace not being required. Did he... Yeah, how many item chests did he find so far in this? I didn't actually see.
I was setting up the thing, so I didn't actually see that part either.
And it looks like the Ice Palace boss is the second Land Molus.
Actually going directly to the boss is not that much of a gamble, because he's really just checking what he has, and then after that, if he gets nothing interesting, he might actually just go back in there or check something else that he might be able to check. Because Ice Palace is a difficult dungeon to check, especially considering this is Randomizer and you don't even know what to expect with enemies in there. But it looks like he's not going to go back in there yet.
Not bad, okay. So that's a good... I think he might have found... I'm not sure if he found one or two other items in that dungeon. So I don't think he didn't find all 3 item chests, but he's taken a bit of a gamble here, but it seems like he's still got a bunch of other places to check, so it's probably not a bad idea. Now, yep. The other interesting thing is... The item that's missing is not Ice Rod, like it seems like a lot of the time we are when we only have Turtle Rock left. It's Cane of Samaria, so we know that cannot be in Turtle Rock, because it's needed to even enter the place.
Yeah, first room of Turtle Rock, you need your cane. There's no way that it's in there.
Okay, Elm's gonna do the frog.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He has Titan's Mist, so
yep.
That.
Yep, he found the Titan's Mist. We're waiting for Garbanzo to find the other lift upgrade. That's the thing that's holding him back right now. That's giving Elm a big advantage. Elma's gonna do the frog and the hammer pegs.
I'm actually surprised that Garbanzo hasn't checked Thieves Town yet.
He did check Thieves Town. And he found the first upgrade, and there's the cane in the hammer cave.
Oh yes, nice.
By God, it's cane.
So this is go mode.
That is go mode. So Elm is in go mode. Spam your go modes, everybody.
Woo! Elm is gonna go ahead and finish the last 2 crystals he has before going to Ganon's Tower then.
Yes, and it looks like so Garbanzo guy has finally figured out that Palace of Darkness is the only place he can't go that he actually has access to. I like the Ganon boss music in the blacksmith's hut.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This is cool.
I actually missed that earlier. I think that's the point where I was waking up and started checking. What was in Pod?
Pod has the other lift upgrade, the other gloves.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he did go in Thieves Town. That's where he found his first upgrade. Then.
Yes, that's
okay,
correct.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Gotcha.
he went into Thieves Town first.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right. Now, the glove upgrade in Pod is in the big key chest right in the front here, so he won't have to dive too deeply to get it.
Oh, that's good.
Now, the interesting thing is that Pod is the green pendant, so Elm went all the way through it and checked Shahabadu for the green pendant, So it'll be interesting to see if Garbanzo Guy decides to do that. There are 5 items in total in pod, so he might think it's a worthwhile gamble.
Oh, that's true, considering you still won't find Zelda there. So he might want to verify the rest of the method.
You got pretty quiet again there. Did you lower your mic?
Oh. No, actually, earlier I didn't make it louder. I just started speaking louder.
Oh, okay. Okay, no worries. Okay,
my mic is on full volume, so...
Oh, okay, well, I'll see if I can boost it at all on my end here. Let me...
Yeah,
okay, so,
like that sometimes.
No, I missed that now. So, Garbanzo Guy... He's back at the beginning. Okay, so he's probably gonna check the big key chest right now, it looks like.
Yep. That looks like what he's doing.
Oh! Elm just missed the 1-round Landmolas.
Oh, man. Not quick enough with them arrows. And only 1 crystal left for Elminster. The pair, man.
Okay, so now Elm has completed Desert Palace. Alright, he is in go mode and he only has Turtle Rock remaining. Okay,
Yeah,
and then he's gonna head straight to Ganon's Tower.
And Garbanzo just got his lift upgrade.
Yep, looks like he did. Okay, so now Garbanzo Guy is good to go. Now the interesting thing is he gonna keep going in pod? It looks like he might, because he's still looking for that cane.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is. And he knows it's green pendant, so he's definitely gonna want to check.
Yeah, that sweetens the deal.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure if it wasn't a green pendant dungeon, he would probably go elsewhere and come back here later.
You think so? You think that makes the difference?
I feel like it does, actually. Maybe not, but I don't know, I feel like it does.
Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest.
I know it would for me. I know it would for me.
Yeah, I mean, you're much more experienced than I am. I haven't played that much of the Link to the Past randomizer. I watched a lot of the tournament and I did the weeklies, but you know, that kind of call, it's hard for me to say what the best decision is.
Honestly, I'm not the best decision maker, but that's still a thing that would influence me into completing a dungeon. Sometimes I go into green pendant dungeons just because I know they're green pendant, even though I could definitely go somewhere else.
Yeah, I can definitely see the logic behind that. It looks like Bombos was the medallion required for Turtle Rock, so that was the first one Elm found and the last one Garbanzo Guy found, I believe. So, but they both ended up finding all 3 anyway, because they've, at this point, they basically full cleared this game.
Yeah, they are. They're almost. I actually am interested in seeing their item count at the end there.
Yeah, definitely. Early big key in Turtle Rock here.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I think green pendant it was something useless. I think it was rupees. I can't even remember. It wasn't anything of note.
Yes, Sasrola had rupees.
Yeah, just rupees. I like these this nice soothing music for Turtle Rock when you're in go mode here. It's like, just relax, finish the game.
Yeah.
So I do want to say this is when the race gets interesting, at least for Garbanzo, because he is still looking for that cane. And he has in the back of his mind this list of locations and things he hasn't done that are eating at him. And since it's only 1 item in all these locations, you just ask yourself over and over, which one could it be? Which one will waste the least time?
Yep, that's exactly it.
That's exactly what's going on. I know the feeling he's feeling right now, looking for that 1 item while having so many places you can check, especially since he just got Titan's Mitts. Titan's Mitts opening up a lot of different places once you get them. So getting that before getting the Kina Samaria actually might be a little more painful to him, considering now he has all these places he can go and he does not know where it is.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Yeah, since it opens up so many more places. Here you can see again the switch being shuffled. That fun feature where the pot drops are shuffled.
Yeah,
That's a fun thing.
This is amazing. The switches got switched in there as well.
Yeah, exactly. I love that that's a feature. That's such a cool thing to randomize. I wish they would put that in the regular one. That's so cool. Oh, so just to answer a question from the chat there about how much more time we think we have. Well, Elm is in Turtle Rock in Go mode, and depending on how long Ganon's Tower takes, it might be plus or minus 5 minutes or so, but it's going to be probably within the next 20 to 30 minutes. I think it'll be done.
Yep, I could even say maybe 15 to 20. 15 to
20, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you want to stick around to see the final boss, we're gonna say 15-20 minutes. Yeah, at least for Elm. Garbanzo guy depends on how long it takes him to figure out where the cane is. Unfortunately.
Yep. Oh, and he's gonna go check the Mire Cave. See what's in here.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea to check that. It's 2 easy chests to get to.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope he doesn't actually go into Mire. I don't think he will. It's only 2 chests and it's really long to check.
Yeah, it's a very big dungeon. It's very not worth it.
No, I don't think he will, because he should get to the hammer pegs when he goes to do the blacksmith quest, and like the purple chest, and do that whole like world tour thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so,
that is also a lot of items that he can get very quickly. So
I think he probably will make a play for that in not too much time. I would like to think. He found another bottle though. I think that one had a fairy in it, so that's nice. Oh, another fun thing with Elm here. The dark room in Turtle Rock. The switch is shuffled. The switch is not in its normal place under the skull pots. There it is. It's on the very right side. So you've got to actually go through the platform maze. You can't just do the same normal route that you've memorized. I love it. I love that that's a feature.
That is
it's so
great.
Cool.
That works so well in some of these situations. I actually am in love with this right now.
What was the bread master?
I think you cut out there. Sorry. What did you say?
Somebody just said, quest missing, Breadmaster quest missing on tracker for Elm. What was that item? Oh, I should probably mark off that item instead.
I don't think it...
Yeah, Elm has all the items. What was he missing?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think,
Well, it looks like we've got Armos Knights in Turtle Rock. They're gonna get slaughtered by the silver arrows. You can see the sprite of Trinex's shell in the background there.
Oh yeah. I guess it's just like part of the room. That's probably why it looks so weird.
Yeah, I think it's part of the background there. Now, Garbanzo guy is doing the hammer peg, so he is going to be in go mode momentarily.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, it's just a little too late.
Yep, he still has Ice Palace to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He still has Ice Palace to do.
Yep.
Elm making quick work of Armos Knights with those silver arrows.
Yes, indeed.
Super effective, and now we are heading off to Ganon's Tower. This is where we run away with it, folks.
Yep.
And remember, we are currently taking donations to whether or not we check the validation chest. You have the power over that. Do you want us to check it? Do you want us to skip it and be rebels? It's up to you. Use your money to decide.
I'm interested in seeing what's in validation chest. Actually, I wonder, considering they've got pretty much everything, actually, I don't think there's much that can be there.
Let's see what's in the first 2 chests here. Oh my god! It's chest number 1!
Oh, wow.
That's hilarious. Who guessed number 1?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one thing we do from here.
Wow.
Well, now, he still needs a small key. He needs to go down and get a small key. And there's one right here.
Yeah, wow.
I figured it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's usually one in a pot, in that bottom right pot.
I wonder if that was the one and it got shuffled. I'm not sure, actually. Well, anyway, you know what the funny thing is now? Did you notice when Elm came in there, he went down the left side at first, but then he changed his mind and went back to the right. So he almost went down the left side without checking those first 2 chests.
That would have been painful and a big time loss.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, Ice Palace enemy placement, almost vanilla. That giant crusher was one room away from its original placement.
Yeah, we got
That's
almost
right.
vanilla enemy locations there. That happens sometimes. Oh, now Elm's got to fight with this Mimic here. There we go. He's got to deal with the Mimic, this Spike Ball, and a giant Fire Bar.
These fire bars are so annoying.
Yeah, now the ones that they had earlier in the game were doing like 4 hearts of damage to them when they had Green Tunic.
Something you would have noticed early in the game when we started off in Eastern is there was a spinning fire bar on the bottom floor of Eastern, but it was killing Elm, and I assume that is an issue with fire bars not supposed to be in that area, so they don't know how to associate the hitbox with the layers of that room.
Yeah, basically they didn't program it with layering in mind, considering they're all, in vanilla they're always placed in places where there's not other layers.
Very true.
I was wondering what the hell was going on right there. Elm was having trouble getting that door open. There was a Stalfos hidden in the ceiling.
Yeah, if the door doesn't open, you got to assume there's a hidden enemy there. You got to get close to them for it to pop out. Just like the slime in the floor here.
Yep.
The Stalfos almost escaped, but unfortunately the bomb rolled with them.
Yep.
I went to say like 2 different words there, and they combined.
Yeah. Now, okay, here's the interesting thing. So Elm's going through the gauntlet now, and he's got to find another hidden enemy here with the slime in the floor. There we go.
There's that
So,
slime.
Garbanzo guy looks like he's setting up to do the Ice Palace bomb jump. Now, oh, he was a little too high. He didn't quite make it. So there are still 2 shuffled boss fights left for Elm. He's going to be doing the Land Molus 2 and Moldorm 2 fights. So, what do you think that those fights are going to be?
I want to see Elm get frustrated at Helmazor at the Moldorm 2 fight, because he was actually he was playing an Randomizer seed last night while I was voice chatting with him, and he got really frustrated at Helmazor being at Moldorm 2 because
That sounds really annoying.
first of all, it is really annoying. Second of all, he played Parallel Worlds recently, where Helmazor was in Moldorm locations like twice or something.
Oh my.
So he was getting really tired of that happening.
Oh hey, look, it's Moldorm in the...
Moldorm.
I personally am hoping for Mothula in Moldorm's boss location, mainly because...
It won't be Mothula, because we saw Mothula in Tower of Hera already.
Oh, that's a shame. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because the bosses, it doesn't duplicate any of them, it just shuffles them around. Now because it also includes the refights of the Light World bosses in Ganon's Tower, there are 2 copies of each of those that are in the pool.
Interesting, actually. Haven't seen
Yeah, so it won't be Mothula, but it could be Helmazor King, because we haven't seen Helmazor yet.
Oh,
Ooh. I will say though, the reason I was hoping for Mothula is because normally when you fight Mothula in vanilla, you're in a very compact room. But when you get to the refight in Ganon's Tower, that room is very large. That is a very large room for that second refight.
So you want to see a Mothula fight in the big room?
Yes, I want to see how a Mothula fight is handled when you have more movement freedom, and so does Mothula.
Well, the Tower of Hera room is also bigger as well, so you got a bit of that effect, I think.
Yep.
There you go. Elm's being a little careful there not to get hit by that spike ball.
When you don't know what other enemies are coming, you want to be careful with your health.
Okay, so it looks like... Oh, Garbanzo guy, you don't have a key! No!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Garbanzo!
He didn't bother doing the bomb jump. I think he was gonna cheese the puzzle with the cane. But he doesn't have a key. He needs one key.
Oh,
and
God.
hello there!
And there's Helmazor! Yes!
Oh my god,
it's Elmazor!
Oh wow.
Oh man, he's throwing bombs at him.
Yeah, because he can't actually hammer him considering
You don't have enough room?
Yeah, you don't have enough room. He would just fall down the
Looks like he is gonna try to.
Downstairs.
He's gonna try it.
Oh man.
Oh, oh, oh. Now, should he be holding his sword out charged to keep from falling?
That would probably be the smarter idea.
Yeah, considering the distance from the pit, he was fine actually. But
okay.
It would be smart. It would be easily a smart idea. I like how Helmasaur's legs were on the right of the screen.
Yeah, he kind of sort of wrapped around there. Those sprite glitches. Oh man. And Elm's opening the validation chest anyway. It's the map.
To find a map.
Fun fact: we actually had $20 towards checking it from an earlier donation.
Oh, nice.
Today.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. There you go. Well,
also,
that's
while I
great.
have the chance, I want to say we have a $15 donation from MCC that says, intentionally not donating to validation chest incentive, just to drive the organizer nuts.
Well, too bad, because somebody else did donate. Okay, Elm is now on to Aghanim 2. Let's see what kind of patterns he gets here. Okay, I think, does that count as a double, or was that too close together?
That's actually a good question. This is always really hard to tell, but I think that might have been a double.
That was really hard to tell. It's
like
like there was
definitely
no break in the iframes.
That was definitely a double there.
That was a double.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, Aghanim 2 is down.
And Aghanim 2 is down. All we have left is Ganon.
All
with
right.
Silver arrows and butter sword. He's going to go down very quickly.
Yeah, so I think the worst is over, and Elm should definitely have this in the bag. Garbanzo guy is in go mode, and now he only has one crystal left, but he's got to go through Turtle Rock. And that bat sprite is glitched out, it seems.
I love this. Was that I think that was the bat sprite from the Bat Cave.
Oh, okay, interesting.
That's what it looked like, but twice.
Oh, Garbanzo guy's bonking on the rock there. Alright, Elm, you gotta fight Ganon. Blue Ganon in this purple room. I don't know what the heck this palette is.
I am digging this ballad, actually.
Yeah. Does he have a fairy? This could be tricky.
Oh, he only has a heart and a half.
Ooh, this is pretty tight then.
Yep.
We have Garbanzo just getting out of Ice Palace, heading up to Turtle Rock.
Oh, Elm takes the hit from the fire bats.
Ooh.
I actually don't think... he did pick up a fairy. Perfect. All right.
Oh, he does have a fairy. Okay.
Good.
Nice.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I noticed he was playing it a little safe, and he was powdering those anti-fairies and bug netting them just to be safe. Now, I think he only has one bottle. I think Garbanzo guy found 2 bottles. So that might help him a little bit.
In the upper right cave in desert, he found another fairy bottle.
Yes, in the cliff cave, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so now Garbanzo guy shouldn't take too much longer now that he's in go mode. Oh, you went in the wrong side there to the shop.
Nice.
No, he's decided he is gonna buy the potion. That's actually I don't blame him for that. That's not a bad idea.
The thing I'm interested to see is if when Garbanzo goes in Ganon's Tower, if he goes left or right first.
Elm missing the torch glitch, but that doesn't really matter too much because with silver arrows, Ganon fight is still very easy and fast.
Yeah, no, it should be fine. Yep, there he goes. He is down. Ganon is down. That is it. That is GG for Elminster. And I'm going to say he finishes in an official, not SRL time, an official Power Up with Pride time of 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 4 seconds.
Nice.
I had to give a little clap there. That was a good ride.
Get your clappers out.
2 hours 16 being, I feel like is a very good time considering Randomizer is so much tougher than normal item randomizer. Considering you go in with item randomizer, you know what items you have and you know what's gonna come regarding enemies. You know what items you need to fight a certain boss. While with Randomizer, you can go in a dungeon thinking you have all the items you need, but get to the boss and not be able to kill him. so it makes routing a lot tougher, and just a little above 2 hours, I feel, is a very good time for this.
I would have to agree with Fozzie on this. I have seen many a regular item randomizer go to 150.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that this is only about 26 minutes over that, especially
also considering they got basically almost all the items.
All the items, and especially with how much time they spent in Eastern to start with. That was a decent time sink.
Yeah.
This is a really good time for this.
Yep, I was just gonna say the same thing. You know, this is, I think, very typical of enemy randomizer seeds. It can be really tough at the beginning because you don't have a lot of hearts, you've got no defense, and you're dealing with these shuffled enemies that can do a ton of damage to you. So it usually starts off pretty rough and then gets a little more lenient as it goes on. And considering, you know, for a normal enemy randomizer time, especially for one where you basically almost full clear the game, you know, under 2 hours is considered a decent, like a pretty decent time. You know, like you're like fairly proficient at it. But for a seed like an enemy randomizer like this and full clearing almost everything, you know, a little over 2 hours is I think very, very solid indeed. And, you know, even, I think Garbanzo guy here, I think he should still be able to finish under 230, I think. Maybe, depending on how quickly we go through Turtle Rock here. Because, here, you get 2 keys here, you get the early big key, you can just blitz the rest of Turtle Rock, I think.
Garbanzo is a really good player. I think the thing that just got to him was his own mind not figuring out which area he wanted to go to of all the ones he hasn't checked.
Yeah, definitely. That was really, like, exactly what Fozzie said, where, when he went into Pod as one of the only places that he could go, and he found the second glove upgrade, that was kind of worse than, say, finding the cane instead in that spot, because it opened up a whole bunch of locations for him, like, kind of singular locations, and he probably wasn't quite sure what to check first and where to go, and of course he's gonna make his way over to the hammer pegs eventually, but it's just a matter of how long that's gonna take, and Elm just happened to do it first.
Yeah. Also, go back to the whole boss, not knowing what boss is gonna happen. It's like when Elm went to Skullwoods earlier, ended up in a Trinex fight without having the ice rod. He just had to leave, unfortunately, costing him a bunch of time. Fortunately, that happened in Skullwoods, so he could very easily just go back there. Because Skullwoods is a very fast dungeon when you don't need to do the first half.
Yeah, no, most definitely. That, yeah, I think that was a very, very excellent performance by both our runners here, really. Like, you know, I didn't even think that we were going to have someone to run with Elm on this. I thought it just might be a solo showcase. And Garbanzo guy volunteered saying, hey, I got into Link to the Past Randomizer lately. And I knew that he had gotten into it and that he had been doing, you know, the weekly races. But for him to say, you know what, I'm going to do this enemy randomizer, he is a braver man than I am, that's for sure.
Yep. I know Elm has been wanting, Ali has been wanting me and Elm to play Randomizer, and I've been refusing because
it's rough.
I think we can see why you're refusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really entertaining, and it's a very cool thing, but man, it can be really rough to you.
Yeah.
The thing about Randomizer is just because normal randomizers, part of the nature of them is just, if you're doing a race, all you have to do is just miss one item. You just miss one, and it doesn't matter how good at execution you are. That one item is going to kill time.
Yeah.
So when you throw random enemies that control entire halves of dungeons and random bosses that you don't know what you need for, it's not easy.
Yeah,
it is very not easy.
I have to admit, when I vetted this seed, I thought, you know, it's pretty interesting. There's some interesting things about it, like having Aghanim actually be required when it looked like he wasn't going to be required and things like that. But the thing that I was a little bit worried about was the Helmosaur on the Moldorm 2 platform. I thought that might be a little much, but Elm handled it very well.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah, I guess he's got a lot of practice with that, I guess, from Parallel Worlds, because apparently that's a thing in that ROM hack.
Yep.
I wonder how mad he was when he saw that.
That was surprisingly a less tense boss fight than I thought it would be.
Yeah, no, he rocked that. I think he, maybe if he hadn't played Parallel Worlds, he wouldn't have been used to doing it. Now, okay, now why is oh, he's looking for a key, okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say, why is he going down here? I don't think he would need to go down there. Oh, I guess maybe he didn't steal the key from the Pokey room, or it's not a Pokey, but whatever it is now.
He most likely did not.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what I did when I went through, because I just blitzed it when I was,
so
like,
coming
vetting
up
the scene.
on Elm's screen, we're gonna have one of the more important stats about the game, and that is number of bonks.
Yeah.
Yes,
Let's see how many bonks. Place your guesses for number of bonks. Yes, Elm, someone did say Parallel Worlds. Okay, so Garbanzo guy's taking out the Armos Knights now. Number of bonks, 34.
Woo!
That's actually not that. I don't think that's that high, because well,
it's not that high, but it is a surprisingly round number.
It's a decent amount, but less than 5 minutes in the item menu. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's very nice. So
to be fair, that I could call that. We barely saw Elm in any menu or the map.
Yeah, that's true. We really didn't. Yeah, wow. And there it is.
Total time 2:14:46. Oh, I missed the final item count. Damn it.
Oh, I didn't actually see. I didn't see how many he got.
Oh, well.
So we have Garbanzo heading to Ganon's Tower now.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's cheer Garbanzo guy on as he goes into Ganon's Tower. No, we know that the big key is really early as long as he goes right and checks those first 2 chests, which he probably will, because that's the standard route that I think most people take.
Yep, hopefully he takes the same route. Because that would take very long if he started going to the left.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, considering... I guess that... Uh-oh.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Garbanzo!
Oh, no! Oh, no!
You're making a terrible mistake.
We have many chests to check now.
Not like this! Not like this!
No.
Oh, no. Well, in the meantime, let me mention something I saw in the chat that somebody brought up. One of the things that the enemies can be replaced with in Randomizer is those statues, those pushable statues. So if you're used to like running through, like dashing through a room, you can like bonk into those statues if they're not where you're expecting them to be.
Yes, I think
Bonzo
that's...
getting all of his keys.
Yeah, oh, he's got all the keys now, jeez.
4 keys, nice.
Nice. Yeah, and I was to say, the other thing is that they got the boots very early. The boots were in the chicken house, if I recall. So considering they had boots since like the very beginning of the seed, they've been dashing everywhere. So that definitely cut down on some of the time, but it would increase the bonk counter. So 34 bonks I think is pretty darn good.
Yeah. I'm surprised how early they got boots.
Yeah, well, again, like I said, I thought the seed had some interesting item placement about it, but it had a lot of helpful things like the early powder and bug net for fairies, and the sword and tunic upgrades were fairly accessible.
Garbanzo trying to throw that cane block over that wall, realizing it doesn't work.
Nope, you need to flip that switch before you go into this room. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's true. The cannon guard. I forgot about that. The cannon guard's actually an unused enemy, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, I actually didn't know about that one.
There's a statue on top of the teleport tile.
Well, pretty free room we have here. No more fire snakes.
Yeah, that's it makes some rooms easier actually, depending on what's in there.
Those damn fire snakes. Such a pain.
Indeed.
That's actually one of my favorite things in the runs of Vanilla, is watching the bonk into the wall to jump over that fire snake. When you enter the
that's
room.
really cool.
Yep.
Or even in just regular enemy randomizer. Oh, well, there's the mirror
There's
shield.
the mirror shield.
Yeah, at least he's got the riot shield now.
I wish he would just realize that he...
I mean, at this point, I think he's going to finish off the
Oh,
whole
yeah,
left
yeah.
side.
Yeah, of course. He's gonna be so disappointed.
Where the heck are you going? Why are you going over there?
Oh, I think he, messed up there a little bit.
Where's he going? No, you can't go over there. That's not... Where are you going, Garbanzo guy?
Garbanzo, man!
Where are you going?
Oh.
What? No, don't go back on that.
Bro,
You
the
have to
left
go to-
one!
There
The
you
left
go.
one! There you go. No, you
No, no, no. Wait, what is he doing?
I think he can't remember where he's supposed to go.
But, I mean, you got to get to the bottom left. You can see that you've got to get to the
Yeah.
bottom left.
Yeah. I think he's figuring that out right now.
Forgetting where the teleporter pads go,
There you go.
rough.
Yeah. Those aren't randomized.
Yeah. Considering they're all lined up too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they all line up with each other because Link doesn't shift on the screen.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Okay, we got
Alright, we made it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, like MCC is saying, after 2.5 hours, his brain's probably getting a little mushy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame him.
Especially that he's going to get all the way down here and over here and not find the key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
hey.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he has a fairy. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, okay.
I was gonna say, if he
Maybe-
went back to the beginning of the dungeon, maybe he would have
Yep.
checked right then.
yeah, I was just
Yeah.
thinking that.
Would have saved him time, but he seems persistent on going down.
Yeah, I think he is going to go down. Well, now, I guess what we do get to see is what's in the Armos Knight 2 fight. Oh, the other Moldorm.
Oh wow!
Moldorm on ice,
Both
ladies and gentlemen.
Moldorms were in Ganon's Tower.
Yep, the hottest new show in Hyrule, Moldorm on ice.
Top tier.
It is top tier.
Zarby here in chat mentioning
The other
that
bottom.
Zarby here in chat mentioning he has a custom boss, and he puts in parentheses, not an Randomizer yet.
Ooh.
That is perfectly fine, Zarby. I fully encourage that. You are super, super welcome in this stream.
I've actually seen a couple of the stuff he does for A Link to the Past hacking. He's a member in the Quebec speedrun community, so he did post a couple custom bosses that he made back then.
Oh,
And,
wow.
his
So he
stuff
actually
is
made, like, ROM hacks for custom bosses?
He's just like messes around with making custom bosses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I've seen a couple things, and those are actually really interesting. So I'd be really interested in seeing that in Randomizer. I would actually probably play it if that happened.
Sure. That reminds me, it's actually really good that Zarby is in here catching all this, because he gets to see things that he doesn't want to, because they're gonna make him do more work.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure I've seen him several times saying like, "Oh, that room's bugged. Oh, that's not supposed to be there."
We have Garbanzo struggling with this mimic and finally pulling out the bow while trying everything else.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta use the bow on the mimics. You got 55 arrows. Come on, man.
Ganon, but the fire bats are Motulas. Oh god.
Oh jeez. Well, now there is an option that I think I mentioned earlier, there is an option in the Randomizer to allow bosses to spawn in place of normal enemies. I have no idea what that does or how crazy that gets. But
that sounds insane.
I believe it says that it's like an untested feature and it's like not recommended, but it would probably be fun to try sometime.
That is very true, MCC.
Just go through escape.
As a creator of anything, you can only assume user usage to a certain extent, or variables to a certain extent. So you're exactly right.
Garbanzo also getting a little confused there with the door not opening, trying to push blocks.
Has to find that Stalfos.
Yeah. Oh, he's trying to look for a hidden enemy with the ether. You got to get it to come down though. It's not active yet. No, don't go down the stairs.
No. Oh, he's probably thinking it's bugged. He's probably gonna come back up. Yep.
Wait, did he find the key yet? He never went to the key, did he?
No, he did. He did. He found the key.
He did. Okay, there we go. Now he finds the Stalfos.
Oh, there we go.
Probably like, oh, it's a stupid Stalfos.
Oh, okay, gotcha, Zarby.
Okay, that's what that means. Okay, I misunderstood what that option means. Yeah, well, actually, F-Zero
like
Racer,
that.
To answer your question, there is an entrance shuffle randomizer for Link to the Past as well. So, theoretically, can you combine all three of these?
You could. Actually, for those that have seen the Wizathon, one of the seeds actually had shuffled dungeon entrances. So it was both an item and dungeon entrance shuffle, and combining that with Randomizer. Oh lord.
We have confirmation from Zarby that says yes, you can. They are called Chaos Seeds.
Oh, so that's what Chaos Seeds are.
Oh man, that's interesting. That's funny because Chaos is one of the presets for the Zelda 1 randomizer, so when I hear Chaos Seed, I'm thinking, oh, that's a set of flags in Zelda 1.
And that's
actually here's the Moldorm #2 fight here for Garbanzo guy as he heads up to the final part of the gauntlet.
So while we've been talking, in the other rooms where we had the hidden gel enemy that you had to pull out, and then the last room where we had a hidden Stalfos, since that first hidden enemy room, Garbanzo has gotten really quick at pulling those enemies out and getting through that room.
Yep. He figured out that there are hidden enemies that he's gonna need to kill to get these doors open.
Yeah, I think that might have thrown him for a loop when he got to that first one. I think that Stalfos, I remember that kind of throwing me for a loop too, and once I realized that was a thing, I was like, oh, okay.
That was actually an interesting strat from Garbanzo. What he did was he used ether to freeze those knights, and then use sword beams to knock them off the edges.
Nice strategy there. That's cool.
Good stuff. Not sure what he's thinking right now.
What's he gonna use for this? Nope, he's just gonna sword him.
Getting pushed by that guy right there. Yeah, he decided, okay, I've had enough with being pushed. I'm just gonna freeze him.
Freeze them and hammer them. Nice.
Hammer them. That's a sign of a very frustrated player.
I don't blame him. 2.5 hours in, Randomizer frying your brain.
Very true.
And now I'm wondering, how is Garbanzo guy gonna handle Helmasaur King at Moldorm 2?
He has 19 bombs, so he should be good with using that to defeat him. Hopefully he knows that he can use bombs on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as he knows that, because I actually didn't know that.
Yep. Bombs actually do a lot more damage to the helm than the hammer does. If I remember correctly.
He wasted time in that room the first time he entered and missed his chance to light one of the torches. Had to reset the room.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Oh, now he finds another bottle with the red potion, so that's nice.
There we go. Now he has all 4 bottles.
Yeah, that's nice. So at least he can catch some fairies if he wants and has a red potion. Now, the other thing to note is he actually only has blue tunic. He didn't make it to Hookshot Cave before he hit go mode.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right.
Because Hookshot Cave had the other tunic upgrade.
He does have a good amount of hearts, though.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he should be okay.
I'm still a little worried about that Helmosaur fight, though.
Yeah,
I want to give a shout out to that sliding crusher that just slid off screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna go for a hammer. Yep. It doesn't seem like he knows he can use.
I don't think so.
He's going YOLO strats.
Okay, now he is pulling the sword out, so okay, that's gonna help. Watch out for the. Oh, okay, don't get knocked off. He's gonna try to use the cape. Okay, no, that's good. He can switch between the cape. That's all. That's not a bad idea.
Yep.
Oh, careful.
That's fine.
See, I think he's using the charged sword to keep from falling off, so that's good. We despawned one of the fireballs.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, the normal Helmosaur room does its scroll, so.
There we go. He's trying to just stick him with the silver arrow. Nicely done.
There you go.
Very nice. That's a tense little spot for that fight.
Quick and concise.
That is the gatekeeper of the seed.
Having a little trouble selecting the hookshot there.
And he is validated. And he is bombing that validation chest. He's bombing it repeatedly.
We have both runners validated now. There are no
smacking
worries.
It with
no
the
one,
hammer.
no one is getting DQ'd today.
If he's bombing it, smacking it with a hammer, he's not like that validation chest.
He is. He gets mad.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Yeah, at this point, I'd just be like, oh, come on, you gave me Helmosaur King here, get me out of here.
What a terrible setup for a room. You have a pillar, you have a sliding spike block.
That final room was already a pain in vanilla. That was really annoying right there with the fire thing. I can't.
Okay. Alright, he's on to Aghanim 2 now. He should be okay. He's using the bug net strats. Love it. Bug net swag.
Not working out very well for him, though.
No.
I wouldn't recommend it. That's why it's swag. Okay, here's a good setup.
Ooh.
Good setup and wasn't used very well, unfortunately.
Oh, interesting. If you hit the blue ball with the bug net, does that make it disappear?
It would seem like it.
Oh, I didn't actually know that. Is that a thing?
Ooh.
Oh, does he have a fairy? Yes, he does. Okay. He should have fairies.
He still has, yeah.
The thing about that net is you have to anticipate the animation of that net.
Yep.
Which is different from your sword.
Yes.
It could be hard to get used to that for some players.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, you usually just do the sword slashes.
Yeah, he just really wants to.
All right, there we go. Now he's just having some fun now doing the bug net swag. All right, now we're on to Ganon.
He caught blue balls, says Elminster.
Yeah, that's what he did.
That's why they disappeared. He actually caught them in a bottle.
He should still have a red potion.
Yes, he does. He picked up that red potion.
Yep, he did.
We should see a fine Ganon fight from him.
Hopefully.
Yeah. He doesn't have the red tunic, but he has butter sword and he's got the silver arrows. You got half magic with the cape if you want to use that. Should be pretty good, I think.
This should be a breeze.
Is he gonna cape this? Okay, he's gonna cape the. Oh, he doesn't actually need to for the first ring.
Needs to hit Ganon a couple more times there. I think Ganon is.
He's gonna get another round of bats.
Yeah, he didn't hit him quite enough times.
Yeah.
With the butter sword, it's 6 hits for the first 2 phases.
Alright, now Ganon's doing his teleport thing.
Yep. There we go. Now
Alright, now let's see if Garbanzo guy can get Torch Glitch.
Yeah, hopefully he executes this better than Elminster.
Shots fired. Ganon doing his teleport thing. That's a feature that is in the current version of the randomizer. In version 18, the blue balls for Aghanim and Ganon's teleports were all removed, but in the current version they are back in. But again, like all boss patterns at this point, they're based on the seed, so they're the same for both players.
I feel like that was a good decision on the randomizer part, because
I like it. It brings back the RNG elements of the game.
Yes.
It does,
while still keeping it fair for the players.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it brings back some of the RNG elements, but if it's the same for both players, it shouldn't actually make a difference, I would think.
No, it really doesn't. It's really just for keeping it more true to the original game.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I just personally I just wonder if you're gonna bring it back, if it's gonna be the same for both players, then I guess just why have it? Because for me, the point of bringing it back to reintroduce that randomness is that it could decide something if it's allowed to be different, if it's allowed to fluctuate.
Let's see what kind of time.
Oh well.
Garbanzo gets here.
All right, I'm stopping the timer.
243.21.
243.22.
Sub 245.
Yeah, I would probably call that a 21, but stub 245.
What I wanted to say about the randomizer having back in the kind of patterns you don't want from Aghanim and Ganon is, while it's kept fair, the thing that makes that so great is it isn't a way to pit you against your opponent. It's a way to pit yourself against your own ability. Because when you get those patterns, it shows whether or not you're prepared to deal with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially with Aghanim.
That's true. That's true. It makes it. Yeah, I guess it's all skill rather than having it be RNG that
you're prepared.
Yeah, that decides a race, I guess.
Yeah, like I was saying,
it
basically just brings it makes it more true to the original game. So that you need, because Aghanim with no blue balls is literally just nothing. It's way too easy. I mean, it's still easy with blue balls because if you do the strat that everyone does, then you're definitely not gonna get hit by blue balls. But for some, we gotta remember that Randomizer is also available to be and very easy to be played by casual players who might not use the strats that most speedrunners use. So they could easily get hit by those blue balls and maybe even die to Aghanim or any other boss that has the RNG added back to it.
That's true. That's fair.
Who might not use.
Yeah, I guess it just comes down to to me the way it currently is. I guess now we're getting into randomizer theory crafting, but I guess I didn't see any difference in the end between not having them at all and having them be the same for everyone based on the seed. So I guess for me the debate is do you want them to be the same for everyone, or do you want to allow them to fluctuate for players based on whatever the RNG was based on before? Which could also be interesting if you want that possibility of having it potentially be able to decide a race, or maybe a less skilled player gets a better pattern, or that's interesting sometimes. But yeah, I guess it depends on what you want to do with it.
I think I actually like the decision they made there with having it be the same depending on the seed rather than being completely RNG.
Especially with really close matches coming down to Ganon warps. It could come down to a certain player who's just not in the right place at the right time to hit Ganon when he comes out of his last warp in a chain, and gets that hit a little late and loses just a few seconds, and that's what puts him behind.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that. Yeah.
Because I've
Oh.
seen during
And-
the speed gaming tourney, I have seen some close matches.
Oh yeah, absolutely, most definitely. I was just gonna say, Elms confirmed in chat that he did pod because he thought it was a crystal. Because the music got to him. The music got
yeah,
it.
the
It had the Crystal Dungeon music because it was shuffled. That music doesn't actually tell you anything.
Of course, when you're used to playing the regular item randomizer,
Yep.
where the music of the dungeon represents what type of dungeon, if you're in a dark world dungeon or a light world dungeon, or I mean, crystal or pendant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the music is completely random. So in the enemy randomizer with the music shuffled, it doesn't actually give you an indication. So that was really interesting. And yeah, Garbanzo, yeah, you're right. It is kind of rare to be glove blocked like that. And so that's when I was vetting the seed. That was one of the things that I thought was interesting about it, is that both glove upgrades were in the dark world and they were in pendant dungeons. So you didn't have to go very deep for them. They were not too difficult to get to, but I thought that was a really interesting setup, and it kind of funneled you in certain ways that you don't normally see.
That was one of the things that was really different about this match. Was Elm got gloves at a pretty decent pace on his side, but then Garbanzo didn't check pod and decided to check everywhere else but pod.
Yeah, I was hoping. I was like, he's got to realize that, like, when you get into the dark world and you don't have gloves, Thieves Town and pod are two of the only places you can go, like, without a glove upgrade. And I guess you go to Swamp. They did do Swamp too, so that's why I figured, like, it's interesting because they would want to go there, and that's where the glove upgrades are, but they're pendants, so they have to make that call, which I thought was cool.
That's one of the brutal things about doing randomizer races. For basically any randomizer is based on a single decision. It can cost you tons of time, if not an entire match.
Yeah, most definitely. And yeah, Garbanzo, you're right. Aghanim 1 was required, and that was another of the interesting bullet points that I thought was cool about this seed. You check the Lumberjack Cave, and it's just a piece of heart. So you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to need to kill Aghanim, and then eventually you figure out you have to because it's the only way to get into the Dark World because there's no lift upgrades to be found. So yeah, anyway, I thought this was a cool seed without being too super trolly and without combat being too impossible. Garbanzo guys got 159 for total locations, it looks like. That's lower than I thought, considering how many things they got. I thought they, like, full cleared the game.
They did skip a couple of dungeons that,
Yep.
even if Meyer has only 2 items, it does have a lot of chests in it. Wait, no, that doesn't count as, never mind, I'm an idiot.
So, before we end this Link to the Past and this commentary, I want to remind everyone that we currently have some donor prizes going on. We have t-shirts from the Yeti at $15 minimum donation. We have Frog and a Car plushes. They are the cutest thing you could ever see at $20 minimum donations. We have one of our runners, ACB, American Choir Boy, who is currently taking Perler requests starting out at $5, that all the proceeds from that go to the charity. Do you want some neat Perlers? Do you want to give money to charity? Why not both? So, I think that's mostly it. I'm thinking you guys can get us to 3,500. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to get to 3,500. I want you guys to try too. I believe in you.
Yep, we can do it. And just to call out, 41 bonks for Garbanzo guys. So very similar number of bonks for both our runners. Very nicely done.
Yep.
Surprisingly close together.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, because getting boots at the very beginning, that generally means you're going to have a higher number of bonks because you're dashing for most of the game. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but excellent race. Very well played by both our runners. Thank you so much for doing this for us, for our entertainment.
Thank you, runners. And coming up next, we have Enchantress of Numbers, who some of you may know from Tetris the Grandmaster fame from GDQs. We'll be doing Zelda 2 randomizer for us. And I think you guys can hit 3.5K during her randomizer.
I believe it. I believe we can.
So with that, sit tight. We have more randomizer coming up. It's going to be really hype. And thank you guys so much for all the donations and all the support.
Good luck, Keon.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Ali. Thank you, Fozzie, for helping with commentary.
Yep.
My pleasure.
Very much appreciated. Yes, and good luck to Enchantress of Numbers with her Zelda 2 randomizer run. So we're just going to get that switch set up, and then we're going to cut over to her as soon as we're confirmed she's ready to go. Okay. Stay tuned. Zelda 2 is coming right up.